Hello, Durud and Shalom. Let me know if my audio is okay so that we could get started. Let's actually jump right into some of the updates with regards to what's happening between United States and Israel and the Islamic Republic in Iran's expectations of United States when it comes to holding back Israel. But before I actually do that, we already have a super chat. Amazing. Fleshy Interloper saying, shipping updates in school. Thank you for the super chat, Sketchy, saying, let me check in school. The updates that you have is Islamic Republic shipping daily transit of Strait. So you Sketchy keeps an eye on what's happening at the Strait of Hormuz. He's monitoring the ships and sometimes he gives us updates, which is great. So 15 ships outbound, mostly to China. Yep. And 17 ships inbound, mostly from Southeast Asian hubs. Interesting. Includes shadow fleet vessels, approximately half of total running without transponders. How are you seeing that if they are running, not that running their like they're turning off their transponders? Let me know, how are you seeing that, Fleshy? Thank you so much for the super chat. And also Alexia just celebrating 1 month of membership, saying Durud Shalom, we be live. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. That is, well, thank you. Thank you, Alexia. I appreciate you saying that. And okay, let's go and jump right into this before we get some updates. Let me know, guys, what your opinions in the chat while we get an update here, and we'll respond to it as we'll watch it. I am going to pay attention to your comments in the chat, and after we go through this, then we're going to focus on your comments in the chat, and I'm going to star them as I see them. So audio good. Thank you so much for confirming that the audio is good, and same to you. Yep, same. Yeah, happy Father's Day to you, Alexia. Thank you so much for that. That was good. All right, so let me just play this and keep giving me your comments. I will read them as they're coming up and start them and then respond to them. Okay, but let's play this.
Back underway right now in the Middle East with Iran.
Let's go to the beginning. Let me know if the audio from here is okay.
Diplomatic efforts are back underway right now in the Middle East with Iran and the U.S. sending officials to Switzerland to talk about the next steps towards a lasting peace. This comes as tensions between Israel and Hezbollah remain high following new overnight strikes. For more, let's go live to Tel Aviv, where Alex Hogan has the very latest. Hi, Alex.
Hi, Aisha. Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps says it has closed the Strait of Hormuz, alleging that the U.S. and Israel are violating this memorandum of understanding. It comes after new violence in southern Lebanon between the IDF and Hezbollah. So the IDF claims that Hezbollah fired more than 50 projectiles at Israeli forces in southern Lebanon overnight. According to Lebanon, today Israeli strikes killed at least 16 people there, including 2 children. As a result, the IRGC is now warning ships not to approach the waterway. Although a senior U.S.
Wait, who attacked first? I was looking at Truth Social, but let me actually see who attacked who where.
And Hezbollah. So the IDF claims that Hezbollah fired more than 50 projectiles at Israeli forces in southern Lebanon overnight. According to Lebanon, today Israeli strikes killed at least 16 people there, including 2 children. As a result, the IRGC is now warning ships not to approach the waterway. Although a senior U.S. defense official tells Fox the IRGC cannot close the waterway since they don't control it. The U.S. controls it. Vice President J.D. Vance appeared earlier today on Fox saying that he's...
So one thing, guys, you need to note about this is that the Islamic Republic, even if they don't close the Strait of Hormuz, what they need now is to be able to claim to pro regime people that they have closed the Strait of Hormuz. So this is how both the United States and the Islamic Republic can get their way and just keep going through this whole ceasefire, non-ceasefire, MOU negotiations phase, while is by United States saying that the Strait of Hormuz is open, and the Islamic Republic at the same time claiming that the Strait of Hormuz is closed. Obviously, the United States is believable and the Islamic Republic is not. But honestly, it doesn't really matter. As long as the United States could go on and claim that the Strait of Hormuz is open and the Islamic Republic had claimed that it's closed, then we could keep being here. Like we could just be here for a very long time. both sides will. I mean, when it comes to United States claims, there's a lot more fact checking, and people could figure out if the United States is lying, and you could check the oil price. We have to see oil prices when the markets open. Right now, we're not going to see it, as the weekend markets are closed. But we have to, because when it comes to the United States, the claim is more objective. It could be verified because you're going to see the effect of things on the price of oil in the market. But for the Islamic Republic, for its own internal consumption, to satisfy its own internal supporters within the Islamic Republic, as long as they could pretend that the Strait of Hormuz is closed, that should do it. That should do it. And we got another super chat saying from Lior. Thank you, Lior, saying happy Nalan Pucci Daddy Day. Oh, thank you, Lior. That is very sweet. I appreciate that. That is so cute. Thank you. Thank you for that. That was so sweet. Okay, let's continue. Aww. That's so sweet. Thank you.
See no evidence of Iran.
Okay, yeah, by the way, guys, before we continue with this, let's actually look at President Trump's new Truth Social. Okay, this is new. When was this? Why is it not going up and down? Oh, so this was just 2 hours ago. President Trump posted, Iran must immediately stop their highly paid proxies in Lebanon from causing trouble. If they don't, we'll hit Iran very hard again, just like we did last week, only harder. President Donald J. Trump. So we actually, when we see a statement like this, we have no idea what's going to happen. Obviously, the statements that are being made and what happens seem to be, all over the place. However, this is good language because instead of holding Israel responsible, we're now finally going back on holding the Islamic Republic responsible for what's happening in Lebanon. Like somebody finally managed to get us to a point where President Trump is now saying, yeah, what's happening in Lebanon is the Islamic Republic's fault, not Israel. It's not Israel that needs to hold back. It's Hezbollah that needs to hold back. So this is good, right? Are you guys happy to see this? I'm happy to see this. Are you guys happy to see this? Yeah, see, okay, let me see your comments. Say, well, that's nice of Trump to acknowledge it. Yeah. With this message, he's acknowledging that Hezbollah is funded by. I mean, yeah, no, I mean it's more than that. It's him acknowledging that it's not Israel that is the problem. It's Hezbollah that's the problem. That's what's being acknowledged. Let me actually see some of your comments before we go back to the video. Okay, somebody's saying JDS and the IRGC Nazi regime making a talk about the Israel future and safety. What can go wrong for the Jewish people again? Never again is now. Yeah, wow. Oh my God, tell me how you really feel. Jeez, okay. I mean, yeah, you ain't wrong. Yeah, you ain't wrong. It's important for Israel to become more and more self-efficient, like self-reliant when it comes to its military operations. Obviously, the cooperation with the United States needs to increase, but Israel needs to get to a place where even if we have a Democrat in the White House, it will be able to continue defending itself fully. That's very important for Israel to get to that point. And I believe Israel will get there. I believe Israel is heading in that direction. Israel's military is so powerful, but it's not powerful enough. It needs to get powerful to the point where without US backing, they could kill as many terrorists as they are now. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're not there yet. Don't underestimate how important and essential US backing is right now. Don't underestimate that. It is really important for Israel to maintain the amount of US support that it has right now. But I think when Israel becomes more powerful, the relationship between United States and Israel will even become better, because then Israel would have higher leverage in negotiations. But this is look at this. President Trump is going back to threatening the Islamic Republic with bombardment. Guys, for a sec, look at this. I went back and look at this post. For a second, I was like, wait, is he saying hey there? I don't know why. I was just skimming it. Because President Trump has been praising Allah for a while now. So I was just looking at this only harder. For a second, I'm like, oh my God, President Trump is saying hey there. For a second, I read it as hey there. Like, oh my God. Oh my I don't know. Okay, hold on. Let me see what you guys are saying. We got another. Okay, so Dijal is saying, wait, what? He really said that? I fucking hope so. Well, he did that. Yeah. Yeah, so Sarah is saying, so it's important to get word to regime supporters that the strait is open, videos, etc. Right? So videos, they're like, it's really hard to get videos to show that it's open. You need to show them, satellite data and stuff like that. And these people are not very smart. Here's what you need to do. You need to get some of the people who they follow and they trust to actually read the news and be convinced by it and come to them and tell them that, yeah, the regime is fucking with us. The Strait of Hormuz is actually open. That's what you need to do. Like Sabati, Rasoi, Nabavian, those people, if they get convinced, then they would tell their followers that, yeah, their regime is lying to us. Wait, somebody's saying, I love you, Armin, no matter what, but can I ask why you called it forced to restrain Israel? Is that in the description? I don't write the description. The AI writes the description. Is that in the description? Hey, guys, like, I don't have time to write the description. I have an assistant, and they get the news and they just copy and paste whatever AI gives them regarding the. You know what? I'm gonna tell the AI. I'm gonna tell my assistant to make the description Israel friendly. Okay. Oh, it's in the title of the stream. Oh, it's a question mark there. Like, we're questioning. Like, that's what people, guys, don't you not see the question mark in the title? It says the US forces restrain Israel, like question mark. That's what people are saying. We're responding to, obviously, I'm defending Israel here. Do you guys not see the question mark? The question mark means that that's not the question mark means that that's not what we're saying. The question mark we're saying is like we're examining that claim. Oh my God. Okay, I will tell AI to make the titles and the description more Israel friendly. Okay. Anyways, let's go back here.
Trying to close the strait.
As you guys know, one of the things the president has set us out to do as a high.
So it's saying it feels like it's in bad fate. I hate it. Okay, you want me to change it right now in the middle of the stream, guys? Do you guys know how many streams I do every day? We just like the AI just produces the title for us, and we just copy and paste. We go forward. Should I change the? Okay, here. I'll change the title midstream. I can't change it for X and stuff. I'll just change it for YouTube. God damn it, guys! So look at what you get here. How about this? I'll just change the comment, so the title here. Let's see what I could do. Okay. Okay. Okay, how about that? Look at the title. Are you happy now? Is that good? Do you see it? What does it say now? Is it fine now? Did it change for you now? Did it change for you? Oh my God. It's hard to keep. Did it change? What is it? Okay. All right, is it good now? Okay, nice touch. There you go. Happy. Okay, there you go. All right, let's go back. Oh my God, this guy. God damn it. Let's listen to this.
Today on Fox, saying that he's seen no evidence of Iran trying to close the strait.
As you guys know, one of the things the president has set us out to do as a high priority is to open the straits. That's now happened. We actually got 16 million barrels of oil out of the Straits of Hormuz yesterday. That is a record going back to even before the conflict started. So you're seeing those ships move.
So a lot of back and forth there, and U.S. Central Command says that traffic today is even increasing in the strait. As many as 55 merchant ships have transited, moving 17 million barrels of oil. The vice president says that he expects to head to Switzerland soon. He says he's talked with envoys Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner there, and that things are going well. And the Swiss Foreign Ministry says that representatives from multiple countries are now on the ground trying to move these diplomatic talks forward. Aisha?
Okay, we'll follow it. Alex Hogan live for us. Alex, thank you very much. For more, let's bring in Hudson Institute Senior Fellow Rebecca Heinrichs, Foundation for Defense of Democracy's Iran Senior Program Director, Ben Talablu. Ben, Rebecca, thank you very much for joining me on your Saturday. Really good to have you both here. Rebecca, let's get to the latest on what's happening between Israel and Lebanon right now. The ceasefire, no longer a ceasefire. They shot at each other overnight. Of course,
what do you mean no longer a ceasefire? This is the most elastic ceasefire of all time. Is she saying no longer a ceasefire because they shot fire at each other? Like, are you kidding me? Where have you been? It doesn't matter. This will continue to be a ceasefire. Like, have you not gotten the memo, lady? The ceasefire just means that we will shoot at each other less, just a little bit less. That's what that means. Wait, we got some more super chats. Thank you, guys. Justin saying Armin is going full gladiator on us. Are you not entertained? Exactly. That's what I almost pronounced it how we pronounce it in Persian. Gladiator. All right. Yes, exactly. I think Dajjal was saying that as well. Yes. Are you not entertained? Well, I mean, it's not entertained. Have you stopped being pissed at me for the title? That's what I should be saying. How about the description? Are you happy with the description? What about the cover? Should I redesign the cover midstream? Should I do that? Do you guys want? Let me actually stop the stream right now. Let's listen to the chat. And let me know if you, now that you guys are being nitpicky, let me tell you something. Okay, hold on. Let's look at the cover. Okay, look at this. This is the new cover, right? Okay, so I think this looks good. Okay, but we need to make some improvements on the cover. First, I think this map area, you see this map area, I think the map needs to get darker so that this text could be read better, right? So that's what I'm going to do. Since you guys are criticizing me over the title, let's do the cover as well, okay? So in future, when we do live streams, we're going to darken the map area. And, look at this. People are saying change your shirt to a diving suit. Well, thank you. Okay, sure, I'll do that. And then another thing is that the US flag makes no sense because you can see the stars are on the stripes. So the stars, I don't know, AI doesn't understand how the US flag works. The stars just kept on going and going, and in the stripes areas we have stars as well. So I don't know how AI missed the fact that the US flag doesn't have stars there. So we have to fix that as well, right? So those are the things I need to change. But yeah, any other criticism? Yeah. So there's that. Okay, let me see. We got more super chat. Nechama. Am I pronouncing your name right? Saying, love you, Armin. You're the best. Well, thank you. See, I respond to your criticism. I take your feedback seriously. And thank you. And then we get Sayed with a super chat saying, Armin is the best indeed. Javid Shah. Yes, Javid Shah. Thank you. Javid Shah, back at you. Thank you for the support. So everything is good now. The title, the cover, I know the cover is not correct, but I figured it out myself before you pointed it out, because I was like, oh, somebody like, Armin, your cover doesn't make any sense. I said it myself, so you don't need to say it. That I know the stars are going into the stripes area. Okay, I'll fix that. Okay, anybody, you could check the description right now and tell me if you want me to fix that as well. Okay. All right, let's go back to this lady again. This lady, she was saying,
you both here. Rebecca, let's get to the latest on what's happening between Israel and Lebanon right now. The ceasefire, no longer a ceasefire. They shot at each other overnight. Of course, Hezbollah instigating all of this. Are you worried about this?
Hezbollah starts every time. Every time, like, Israel, can you stop? Israel, like, okay. And then Hezbollah attacks, and Israel responds with, like, hey, Israel, can you stop? Israel says, okay. We keep going through this loop, okay? Israel is just minding its own business. Dirka terrorists attack it, and then it responds, and then the whole world is like, stop. And you're like, Israel, like, okay, they stop. And then they attack it again. Israel responds, stop. And then they say, like, we point out, like, guys, why is Israel should stop? Why should Israel stop? Why isn't it Hezbollah? Hezbollah should stop. I mean, like, oh, okay. Let me ask Hezbollah. Hezbollah, stop. I mean, like, that doesn't do anything, right? Like, we're being equal. We're asking Israel to stop, and we're going to Hezbollah and we're saying, stop. I like, yeah, but one of these has an effect. The other one, you're talking to a bunch of fucking barbaric cavemen, jihadi, death cult, Durka people to stop. You're like, Hezbollah, you think when you tell Israel to stop, you're threatening Israel with lack of support, military support. When you're asking Hezbollah to stop, you're asking them to, like, please stop. And Hezbollah is like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. A bunch of Westerners are asking me to stop attacking Israel. Well, thank you for asking us. We'll get on that right now. Well, we didn't know you wanted us to not attack Israel. Like, what's the point of attacking? What's the point of asking Hezbollah not to attack? That doesn't do anything, right? And also, here's the thing. This is a good message, but this won't do anything either. Like, this message from Trump saying, like, because you know why it wouldn't do anything? Because I think the Islamic Republic has figured out that, okay, I guess Trump is not interested in full-scale military attacks, at least now. I think the Islamic Republic is going to continue supporting Hezbollah to, attack Israel, because they think this is a bluff. This is what the Islamic Republic is going to think. The Islamic Republic's calculation is that if President Trump bombs right now, it will be minimum. It will be some areas, just a few areas. It's not going to be a full-scale head-to-head confrontational war. It's not going to be anything like that. So they're going to think, like, you know what, we're okay. And by the way, why is it that there is no mention of Hezbollah in this post? Why is it that President Trump doesn't mention? So let's read this again. Iran must immediately stop their highly paid proxies in Lebanon from causing trouble. Just say their name, Hezbollah, right? I don't know. If they don't, we'll hit Iran very hard again. So I think the Islamic Republic thinks this is not going to be very hard. Maybe he would, but it's not going to be a big deal. Just like we did last week. Yeah, just like we did last week. Last week, that wasn't very big. That wasn't a big deal. So he didn't. Okay, so this is a green to me. Now that I look at it again, this is the Islamic Republic is like, okay, last week. So not the same scale as Operation Epic Fury. Nothing like that. So yeah. Here's the thing. What happened last week to the Islamic Republic, the cost associated with that is less than the cost associated with not supporting Hezbollah. So based on this calculation that we have right here, the Islamic Republic will say like, okay, well then I'll just keep bombing, I guess. I mean, I just keep supporting Hezbollah bombing Israel, I guess. So based on this post alone, I would guess that the military operations by Hezbollah against Israel and Israel's response is not going to stop. And Flesh Interloper with the super chat saying, Royal Armin, good Armin. Well, thank you. Okay. You know what? We should go back to, raging. The problem is that they're too long. Maybe if I could get somebody to just clip the best parts out of the dumbest take, that's what I should do. I should hire a researcher that clips out the dumbest shit out there and just respond to those clips. Because Piers Morgan, for example, is too long. Yeah, we should go back to Piers Morgan. You guys want me to do Piers Morgan again? I could do that. But let me see what's in the chat again. So Javid is saying, where is the actual Lebanese army? Like, what are they doing against Hezbollah? Yeah, they are pathetically weak, unfortunately. Sorry for Lebanon, but their army is very, very weak. Hezbollah is like so much more powerful. So it's not like, I can't blame the Lebanese army. They don't have the ability to fight Hezbollah. Like, what do we want them to do? They don't have the power. Yeah, exactly. Dajjal is saying the Lebanese army is extremely weak. Javid, it's inferior to Hezbollah, unfortunately. Yes, very, very inferior. They don't even get paid half as much as every Hezbollah militant. Yeah. Javid is saying. Yeah, okay, let's continue with this.
Potentially upending these negotiations. We have a 60-day timeline and the clock is ticking.
Well, I think clearly Iran is trying to use Hezbollah as a means to disrupt the ceasefire, because Hezbollah is bought and paid for by the Iranians. The Iranians are the ones that insisted that we tie this particular conflict to the deal. Of course, Israel has the right to defend itself. The United States has been clear about that. But the Iranians seem to be trying to determine how badly the United States wants to keep this ceasefire in place, to see how much the United States is going to permit Israel to continue defending itself, or to do what the Iranians want us to do, which is to restrain Israel. Of course, that would be a deadly...
See, that's why this was in the title. See? She said the Islamic Republic wants the United States to restrain Israel. That's why this was in the title. Okay? That's where I got it from. It wasn't me. It was her. She said it. She said the Islamic Republic is saying that. Okay? The Islamic Republic wants United States to restrain Israel. So every time you see the United States putting pressure on Israel to stop, that's basically the Islamic Republic. That's the Islamic Republic speaking through the United States to try to put pressure on Israel to stop attacking their own enemies. Okay? So, and yeah, no. How about no? How about no? How about you tell the Islamic Republic to go fuck itself? How about that? Okay. No, it's okay. Silver is saying, okay, I'm sorry. I should have said, no, it's fine. We had fun with it. It's okay. It's okay. No, we had fun with it. But guys, here's the 5D chess move. Okay, I'm not saying this is what's happening. I'm not saying this is what's happening. But if you want to believe in the 5D chess move, I have the 5Ds chess move of them all. Okay? This is what's happening. Okay? I'm not saying this is what's happening, but it would be amazing if this... No, I don't know if it's amazing. It would be very interesting if this is what's happening. Okay? So the United States, listen to this, came out and said, like, listen, we have found the perfect insider. Okay, we went through different layers of the Islamic regime. We tried to work with somebody there to be our guy within the Islamic Republic to control everything. And we tried with people. We tried with Shamkhani. He was no good. We killed him. We tried with Larijani. He was no good. We killed him. We went through differently, and now we have this Ghalibaf guy, and he's pretty good. Not good in the sense of like, morally good. Good in the sense of he's scared out of his mind that we might kill him next. So he's being a good little bitch. Okay. So Ghalibaf is being a good little bitch to the United States. Okay. We say jump, he says how high, because he's afraid of dying. That's what's happening, right? So we have this thing going with him, and he's going up. We basically he's giving us information. He's selling people out. He's managing to influence the right people. So we need to make sure that we give him a bit, like a few $1 billion here, put in the MOU the things that he thinks is necessary. Within the Islamic Republic, we kill the people he asks us to kill because he's a good little bitch. Okay. He's Trump's little bitch. Okay. And he's doing a okay job, right? So let's keep going with this guy, right? And Ghalibaf is like, listen, guys, I don't want to fucking die. I don't want an Israeli drone up my ass. So you guys protect me, and I'll give you what you want as much as I can. But help me help you. Okay, saying to President Trump, like, I don't want to die. Okay, so I want to help you, because if I don't help you, and then we go back to war, these Israelis are gonna shove a drone up my ass, and I don't want that. I do not like that. I like my ass intact. Okay, so help me help you. All right. So, and then like Trump is like, okay, what do you want? And then Ghalibaf is saying, like, for example, in the MOU, you can't be too harsh. Okay, you can't be too harsh. You need to give me something that I could work with, right? You need to put some things in the MOU that I could go internally and be like, guys, this is as best as it could get. So Trump is like, okay, we'll do that for you, right? And then he's like, yeah, and I can't put my signature there. We have this, I'm your bitch, but I also have my own bitch, which is Pezeshkian. Don't get me to sign this MOU. Let me get my own bitch to sign it for me, because if I sign it, I'm fucked internally, and I'm not going to be able to continue doing what you're doing. Like, okay. And he said, we can't do it in person. It's in person, it would be fucking horrible. Let's sign it digitally and sign it with Pezeshkian. Trump is like, sure, let's do that for you. And now he's saying, okay, I'm trying my best. Trump, I'm trying my best here. Like, I'm really trying. I'm like really, 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 really trying. Okay. I'm really trying. I cannot. These people are so radical. I'm not radical. These fuckers are so radical. I'm trying to look at what I've done. Okay. I got the supreme leadership to come in, put out a statement supporting the negotiations. That was good, right? I got this IRGC leaders one by one coming out and endorsing the negotiations. I managed to do that. See, we're making progress. Please don't kill me. I got this Mir Bagheri guy, the leaders of the Durka people. I got him to come endorse the negotiations. This is like, nobody thought I could do that, and I do that. Okay, but here's a few things. Okay, with regards to the enriched uranium, we need to, like, we can't get that. We can't have you come out and take that out. Like, first of all, let's delay exposing what I'm agreeing to. And also, eventually, when we get there, we have to destroy it inside Iran. We cannot remove it. We have to destroy it somewhere. It has to be inside Iran. But let's not talk about that yet, because they will crucify me if they know that we're talking about maybe not enriching uranium and stuff like that. Okay, so work with me here. And also with regards to Hezbollah, okay, I know that this is one of the only few deterrence capabilities that we have, And if Israel keeps attacking Hezbollah, I'm not like, if they, I know that you can't stop them, okay, but you have to pretend that you're trying, and I have to pretend that we're really angry and we're responding to Israel. And so we need to basically, so you need to make it seem like you're really, really putting pressure on Israel. And it needs to look so real, or else I'm because you need to start a real fight with Israel, like a real fight. It cannot be a fake fight, because if it's a fake fight, everybody could tell. Okay. So, and just do your best to push against Israel. And we know that you're not going to be able to stop Israel, and they're going to keep attacking Hezbollah. Obviously, they're going to do that. But you just pick a fight with them, so that at least I could show to the people within the Islamic Republic that, look, we have made it so that the superpower of the world is angry with Israel. And United States, to make this look real, they have to do something that Israelis actually get upset. Not a fake upset, actual upset. Okay? And Israel will keep attacking Hezbollah anyways, because of course they will. Like, they're going to defend themselves. But as long as it looks like you are attacking them and trying your best to stop them and trying your best to restrain them, we could work with that. Because Ghalibaf is like, these other people within the Islamic Republic, some of them are actually retarded. I'm not retarded. I know that if you go to Israel and tell them to not attack Hezbollah when Hezbollah is bombing Israel, Israel is going to be like, well, how about fuck you? I know that. But just say it anyways. Like, put pressure on them anyways. And then, we just keep going like this. Israel will keep attacking Hezbollah. We're gonna be like, what the fuck? Stop it. You're gonna come out and say, Israel, please stop. And then we're gonna be like, Hezbollah, go fuck them up. Look at this. We're causing Israel and United States to fight. And we're gonna be like, yeah, look at our glorious missiles in northern Israel. And United States, even though we're bombing northern Israel, United States is still talking to us. This shows that we are powerful. And you could go and be like, yeah, guys, we are telling Israel to stop. And I could sell this internally. And then at least it would not be pretty. Like, it will keep looking like I'm violating the MOU, and it's going to look like you're violating the MOU, and I keep blaming you and you keep blaming me. But we keep going down this path until I could keep giving, like, with these negotiations, I'll keep trying to give more of what you want. That's what I think is happening behind the scenes. Does that make sense? What do you guys think? What do you think? This is my hypothetical scenario of what's happening behind the scenes. What do you guys think? I mean, to be fair to the Americans, why spend so much fucking money on bombing the Islamic Republic before the midterms and have oil prices be high when you have an insider man that is constantly betraying the regime anyways? Right? Oh, let me actually respond to your super chat. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Sherry with a super chat saying his new name, GLB, Golly Barf. Okay, all right. How about this? How about Trump's a little bitch? How about that for a name? Thank you, Sherry. Thank you for the super chat. And then we have EF with a super chat saying Game of Dorka goes hard. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Somebody is saying midterms are the problem. Yep. The midterms are getting in the way. Who here thinks that after the midterms, we're going to go full, epic fury again or something like that? So you're saying, Frank, that's actually the perfect position to have. Saying, I don't agree or disagree with your theory. That's actually the best position to have. That's the correct position to have. Let me just listen to this part about restraining Israel, and then we'll go to your questions.
Mistake has the United States is going to permit Israel to continue defending. Israel has the right to defend.
Let's go when she started talking.
I think clearly Iran is trying to use Hezbollah as a means to disrupt the ceasefire because Hezbollah is bought and paid for by the Iranians. The Iranians are the ones that insisted that we tie this particular conflict to the deal. Of course, Israel has the right to defend itself. The United States has been clear about that. But the Iranians seem to be trying to determine how badly the United States wants to keep this ceasefire in place to see how much the United States is going to permit Israel to continue defending itself or to do what the Iranians want us to do, which is to restrain Israel. Of course, that would be a deadly mistake. Hezbollah is responsible for the deaths of Americans as well as Israelis and is an enemy of the United States as well.
The vice president was on with Fox and Friends this morning.
So here's the thing: if I was Islamic Republic, I would have to find a balance between showing to insiders within the regime that we're not going to stand by and not respond to Israeli attacks, right? And also the parts of the regime that doesn't want any ceasefire to show to them that we're doing enough with Hezbollah attacking Israel to disrupt the negotiations, while at the same time keeping the level of tension at a level that Trump could say that, this is not that big of a deal. Or if it gets too much of a big deal, to just bomb a few places in Iran and be like, we responded. Let's go back to negotiations now, right? That is the dance here. That is the dance between these four players, right? The Islamic Republic, the United States, Israel, and Hezbollah. Okay. The Islamic Republic, at least Ghalibaf within the Islamic Republic, is asking itself, how could I make the insiders happy? There's two types of insiders. The insiders who want a deal, right? There's three. The insiders who are saying, let's make sure we get a deal. The insiders who are saying, fuck the deal, make sure you do it to disrupt it. And the insiders who are saying are more interested in making sure that Hezbollah is not abandoned, right? And also Ghalibaf has to also make sure that Trump is not too upset. So the people within the regime that want the deal to happen, they're showing them like, guys, we're not responding that strongly to Israel, only a little bit. So we're not pissing off Trump too much. Also, we know that Trump is worried about the midterms anyways. So we're good over there. So he's not going to attack us too much. And then when it comes to the regime people who are worried about Hezbollah, they're saying, look, the blockade has been open, so we have enough money to spend on Hezbollah to support our brothers in Lebanon against Israel. So those should be happy. And then when it comes to the people who don't want a deal, they're saying, look, where Hezbollah is responding to Israel, and hopefully that would get the deal, stop the negotiations. We're showing to President Trump that we're not going to agree, we're not going to talk as long as Israel is attacking to Lebanon. We keep canceling the negotiations, and we encourage Hezbollah to keep defending itself. And then we tell President Trump this is all for a show. We are holding Hezbollah back, but obviously we can't hold them back too much, because then we will have an uprising within the regime. The attacks on Israel are only a little bit. So please just calm down and let us attack northern Israel at least a little bit. And if it gets too much, then okay, bomb a few places in Iran and then call it a really massive attack, and then we'll go back to the negotiations. This is the dynamics here, right? And let's go to, okay, we got more super chats. Thank you guys. We reached our goal. Sherry with the super chat saying, if Mexico acted like Lebanon about their cartels, the US will make Mexico our 51st state. Go Israel. I know. I think, like, I don't know if there would be a Mexico left if anything remotely close to that happened. That's a very good point, Sherry. Thank you so much. Honestly, any country, if what Hezbollah was doing to Israel, if it happened to any other country on earth, the whole world would be like, yeah, obviously, go fuck them up. And thank you, Sherry, for the super chat. And Ginga, thank you so much for the super chat, saying JD is a Jew hater in disguise. He wants Israel gone. Well, I would say this: JD Vance he knows he has Jew haters in his base, and he wants to appeal to them. So in effect, he will becomes a Jew hater by proxy, in my opinion. Yeah. Maybe JD is the Jew hater that shows up in our chat sometimes. What happened to him, by the way? Is he broke now? And thank you for the super chat. Fleshy Interloper with the super chat. Thank you guys. Saying Trump is backing all the horses. Yeah, yeah, on all sides. Yeah. But guys, again, I know we're frustrated, but to be fair to President Trump, is if he's doing what I'm saying, which I don't know if he's doing, is pretty smart, and we don't know. We'll know after the midterms, maybe, right? So I'm not coming up with excuses. I'm not coming up with excuses to saying like, oh, this is 5D chess. I'm saying, like, if, some people always say it's 5D chess, have faith. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying that if it is 5D chess, this is what a 5D chess would look like. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying if it was 5D chess, this is what it would look like, with Ghalibaf as the inside man, basically moving against all the different segments of the Islamic Republic. And then we got another super chat. Thank you so much, guys. From Amir the Cricket, saying, looking forward to see if Starmer leave office tomorrow. Yeah, I saw that. That's amazing. I wouldn't believe it so much, but Tusi also said it's supposed to be happening. UK, please heal up. Yeah, I actually saw from formal places that it seems like this is happening. So now it's more believable. So that's pretty good. If it's happening, hopefully. We should talk about that in our discussion group later today. That's a good point. Yeah. And then thank you, Amy, for the super chat. And then Sherry with the super chat saying, I stole Golly Barf from another great person in the chat, but GLB is yours, Armin. Good little bitch. GLB. Okay, Golly Barf. Oh yeah, GLB comes from me. Oh yeah, you're right. I thought GLB was short for Golly Barf. Okay, but good little bitch. Okay, GLB. That that matches his name as well. A good little bitch. Just good little bitch. Thank you, Sherry. That's a good one. But I think I should just say it, a good little bitch. GLB. Like every time I should say good little bitch for Golly Barf. You know what? I will show you how good of a little bitch she's being. Do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see how good of a little bitch Ghalibaf is being? I'll show you some video evidence of that. And I will show after this segment. And then we have Lamborghini saying, hey, Armin, why no revolutionary fest tonight? You don't like me like this? I got a haircut for you guys, and you want me to? I went and got a haircut for you guys, and you want me to hide it? But thank you. Thank you for the super chat. And then we have Amir gifting 5 memberships for people in the chat. Thank you so much, Amir. Always with the gifts. Always with the gifts. Okay, let me go through a little bit more of this. because this guy is good. This guy usually have some really good points. So let's listen to what he's from FDD, Tyler Blue.
Some news. He's going to be heading to Switzerland in a couple of days, he said, to help with these negotiations. I want to play a quick soundbite because there's been some criticism over this memorandum of understanding, Ben, and this is the vice president pushing back on that. Watch here.
What the MOU says is that if the Iranians behave over a long period of time, they could get some of the benefits of this bargain. They assume that Iran gets the benefits without changing their behavior. That's not in the text of the agreement.
You understand how the Iranians think, and you do too, Rebecca. Are they going to behave?
Well, they're not behaving right now.
Right.
And despite even the transformational rhetoric, literally Vice President Vance using the T word transformation when he was talking about the MOU and the historic distrust between the U.S. and Iran, there's nothing transformational about Iranian rhetoric today, and there's certainly nothing transformational about Iranian policy today. They're not looking to change the situation in the Strait of Hormuz. They want to continue to have a sword of Damocles over that. They're going to continue this incremental escalation via their chief terrorist proxy, Lebanese Hezbollah, against Israel. It's a group that, again, as Rebecca said, has American blood on its hands. And also, they're going to play to the edge diplomatically in Switzerland or wherever else the Americans and the Iranians negotiate, just to see how badly America wants it, just so that they can charge them more and more for it. And to the point that this regime isn't, benefiting already from the status quo, one, increase in sanctions has been paused, and two, the Strait of Hormuz, the blockade is open. And one of the chief beneficiaries is not the global economy, it's not the United States of America, it's the Islamic Republic of Iran. The Trump's blockade diminished Iran's major source of revenue. That's the resources used to fight. 2.1 million barrels of oil per day exported in February. By May, it was only 64,000 barrels of oil per day.
The Trump administration would say that it worked, right? I mean, the blockade worked. It got them to a weaker spot. Their Navy has been obliterated. They don't really have any defense mechanisms anymore. And he felt like this was the time to get them to cave, to come to a deal. Why do you think that's not going to happen?
Well, first of all, the Iranians clearly predicated their agreeing to this ceasefire on the United States front-loading economic benefits to Iran. So one of the things the vice president said was that we're looking for a change in their behavior before they get economic relief. But if you look at the plain reading of the text in Provision 10, the United States, is waiving sanctions on energy and the attendant ability, banking, to facilitate that economic benefit that's going to go straight to the IRGC.
Well, I mean, how does it, so that would be disappointing if you get sanction relief before, look at this, before that you get to see any behavioral changes.
Get economic relief. But if you, vice president said was that we're looking for a change in their behavior before they get economic relief. But if you look at the plain reading of the text in Provision 10, the United States, is waiving sanctions on. And
are we waiving sanctions? Are you, United States? Are you waiving sanctions? Don't you isn't that like a complicated? So she's saying that JD Vance has said that we're not going to remove the economic pressure until we see any behavioral changes. This lady is saying that no, that's not what's happening. We're doing sanction relief before we see any behavioral change from the Islamic Republic. Correct me if I'm wrong. Americans in the chat. Doesn't sanction relief require Congress approval? Isn't that like a complicated process that you can't just give to the Islamic Republic? Can anybody answer me, Americans in the chat? I thought this requires Congress approval. Do you guys know? Anybody knows? I thought, how could President Trump come and just give the Islamic Republic sanction removal? There's two types of sanction removal: U.S. sanction removal and UN sanction removal. The U.S. sanction removal requires Congress, so I don't think that they got sanction removal, unless I'm missing something here. And then the UN sanction removal requires the UN approval, and that is a complicated shit as well. That requires member states responding to that. Yeah, Congress will have to approve. People are saying in the chat. So how the fuck are we claiming that President Trump gave sanction removal to the Islamic Republic before behavioral changes, given that the president can't? Anybody knows? Yeah, it does have to be approved. People, you guys are saying in the chat. So what am I missing here? Am I more informed than this lady here? So here's a guys. Let's categorize everything that they're being promising to the Islamic Republic in different segments. Okay, let's do this together, right? We have the $24 billion of frozen asset relief. That is not sanction removal. That's $24 billion in frozen assets of the Islamic Republic given to them. We have the $300 billion promise of a fund for private entities to come invest in Iran in the private sector, private to private. That's the 300 number. We have the sanction removal, which is in two sections, U.S. sanctions and UN sanctions. Sanction removal, which the U.S. sanction removal requires Congress approval, and the UN sanction removal requires UN approval. So that's number 3. Then we have the blockade removal. Okay, the blockade removal. That's the four financial benefits discussed here, and they're separate. Did I miss something? Oh, somebody is saying yes, you are more informed than Fox News. Well, thank you. Oh, there you go. I didn't say it, guys. That's in the comments. Okay, you can't argue with the comments. I'm not saying that. You see that? You see that? That wasn't me. It came from someone else. Okay. Okay. But yeah, I will get to the super chat soon. So from these four, so far, the only thing that the Islamic Republic has received, my understanding, is the blockade removal. That's the money that is coming in when it comes to removing the financial pressure. That's the money that is coming in to the Islamic Republic. We don't have the 300 billion, which is really hard to get, because which private entity is going to come invest in Iran when the IRGC has full control over the economy and run its own monopolies? How could you even compete with that? That's just burning your money. That's the 300 billion. The $24 billion might get released, which will benefit the Islamic Republic. That is the smallest one, though. And President Trump might release that, so Ghalibaf has some pockets get filled to be able to bribe people and get people on board with President Trump's plan internally within the Islamic Republic. So that might happen. Yeah, and the sanction relief is the most difficult one. I mean, but the second most difficult one, given that Congress has to approve, and not even Democrats agree with this. Not even Democrats are like, ending. So I'm hearing some Democrats saying that, yeah, no, we don't want to do sanction relief for the Islamic Republic. We just wanted to end the war. So even some Democrats are saying, how about no? And guys, when it comes to the UN sanction removal, even France is saying, no, how about no? And the UN is, guys, it was so bizarre. The American president, the White House is saying, like, yeah, we're going to do UN sanction removal and US sanction removal. And the UN is saying, but no, because what about the Iranian people? Like, this is the first time, like Goldie yesterday said, yeah, like hell has frozen if they are saying that. So even they are not okay with this. So these are not easy to do. I don't know. We'll see. But is it a better understand? Do you have a better understanding? Guys, by the way, fuck the UN. Don't think I'm supporting them, right? They're a bunch of Jew-hating anti-Israelis, right? So don't think I'm just saying, like, it's weird that we're in a situation where the US is like, we'll remove the sanctions on the Islamic Republic, and the UN and France is saying no. That's a weird situation to be in right now. But I categorize everything, all the money stuff, in 4 different categories, right? And now you see what's happening. The only thing that has been finalized is the blockade removal, which is giving the Islamic Republic like some breathing room to fund their operations and stuff like that. The thing is that has come in exchange of the Islamic Republic opening the Strait of Hormuz, which brought oil prices to below $80 a barrel, And then the Islamic Republic came out and said, we actually closed it. We heard some audio from IRGC Navy saying ships go back. The Strait of Hormuz is closed again. And the CENTCOM came out and said, like, they're bullshitting. The Strait of Hormuz is open. So IRGC saying that the Strait of Hormuz is closed is a lie. It's actually open. We can tell. I mean, I trust CENTCOM over IRGC, obviously. But the proof will come when the markets open, and we'll see what happens to oil prices. That's how you could tell whether the Strait of Hormuz is actually open or not, because, you know, people can lie, but the market doesn't lie. The market decides things based on supply and demand. So if the oil prices remain low, then the observation is that the supply is high, which means that the Strait of Hormuz is actually quite open. Right? So, was that a good summary? You know what? I think that was the best summary on this topic ever. And it just was I didn't even prepare anything. I think I just gave you a better summary of what the fuck is going on than anyone else. And I didn't even prepare for this. I was just organically came out. That was pretty good. I'm impressed. But we do have to answer some super chats here. Hold on, let me remove the stars here. No. Look at this. Okay. So remove the letter of the stars. Let me see. Okay. Erickson is saying, which Israeli said, I go back and forth between thinking Trump is a cynical asshole like Nixon who wouldn't be that bad, or that he's America's Hitler. What the fuck? I don't know who said that. I go back and forth between thinking Trump is a cynical asshole like Nixon who wouldn't be that bad, or that he's America's Hitler. Well, he's not America's Hitler. That second part is ridiculous. Oh my God! Stop telling people. Stop saying people are like Hitler. Like, last time I checked, he didn't gas 9 million people. And yes, I said 9 million. No, because I don't forget the gypsies and the handicap and the gay people and the political people. Okay, it's not just 6; it's 9. So don't forget everybody. 6 million Jews and 3 million of other people. Okay. Let's go to the next super chat. Sherry, thank you so much, Sherry, with a super chat saying, don't believe all the rumors about leaks. The second JD says the US is not lifting anything. Oh, okay. So first, don't believe all the rumors about the leaks. Second, JD says the US is not lifting anything. Other interest may. But again, all of the MOU is contingent. That is how I understand it. So that is true, except the blockade. The blockade has already been lifted, and all the tankers are out. The tankers are out, heading. The tankers of the Islamic Republic are also out, heading towards China. So if there's anything that is contingent, it would be the 300 billion. There would be the 24 billion. The 24 in the frozen assets, and the 300 billion of the private investments, and sanction removal. This lady over here is saying sanction removal has already happened. I don't think so. But sanction removal, 300 billion, 24 billion contingent, blockade removal already happened. So the blockade removal is already getting revenue to the Islamic Republic. But at least oil prices are down for the midterms. So here's the thing. So let me defend Trump. Okay? Let me defend Trump. And like, oh no, the blockade removal. The blockade removal, that means that the Islamic Republic is getting funded so much. That is bad. Bad Trump. Bad Trump. Here's the problem. If oil prices don't come down before the midterms, then it's going to be really, really, really bad for the Republicans during the midterms. Really bad. Really, really bad. And that will make it so that we're fucked when it comes to doing anything against the Islamic Republic. So as horrible as it is that the blockade was removed and the Islamic Republic is getting funded, the blockade removal got us also the Strait of Hormuz to be open, oil prices coming down, which is hopefully will reduce the Democrats' chances at the midterms. So there's that. So that's what's happening, right? So this is my best defense of President Trump. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree, disagree? BT with a super chat. Thank you so much. Saying BT June. I'm sorry, not BT. BT June. We have to bring BT June back. BT June. Thank you so much for the super chat. Saying the 300 billion is in Trump bills, not USD. What are Trump bills? Is that the USDT one thing? What is Trump's coin? USD one Trump. Trump has a new stable coin. Yeah. USD one is a US dollar pegged stable coin launched in 2025 by World Liberty Financial, a decentralized financial project backed by President Donald Trump. Guys, is that what BT? Is that what you're saying? Because if that's what you're saying, Binance. You guys know Binance? Binance is a cryptocurrency exchange that has been essential for the Islamic Republic getting its funds around and going around sanctions. Right? Right? And Binance was found guilty for money laundering for the Islamic Republic. It's true. It's true. And they admitted to it, and the CEO of Binance got prison time and also a huge fine. And yeah, I know, guys. I know Binance isn't based in China. Okay. And President Trump pardoned him. President Trump pardoned him, even though he was found guilty for helping the Islamic Republic. Right now, for example, with all of the Operation Epic Fury and all of that, the Islamic Republic has managed to go around many of that and still get a lot of funding using, Binance and stuff like that. And then President Trump, and this happened before as well. President Trump pardoned the person responsible for moving money around for the Islamic Republic, right? And why did President Trump do that? People are saying because this stable coin, USD1, is engineered by Binance, and Binance also got the funding for it from, where was it? From UAE. Was it from UAE? I think it was from UAE for backing President Trump's stablecoin. And that's why President Trump pardoned the CEO of Binance. And now Binance is back at it again, allowing the Islamic Republic to get funding and going around finding a lot of loopholes, right? So look into that. All right. So there's that. I mean, I don't know if if that's what you're referring to, but it reminded me of that. So there's that issue. By the way, I do like stable coins. Stable coins, US dollar, US, stable coins based on the US dollar, I think is going to be a huge part of keeping the US dollar the king of all currencies, right? I think in the future, we had the petrodollar. We're moving from a petrodollar. We already moved away from the petrodollar, but a lot of people are like, "Oh, U.S. dollar's position globally is going to be challenged." I think that stable coins are going to keep the US dollar's dominance for the foreseeable future because all of these stable coins are backed by the US dollar. So it's going to keep the US dollar powerful. What do you guys think? And Fleshy Interloper, thank you so much for the super chat. Any news from Besson? Oh, I don't know. Scotty B? I haven't seen him for a while, so no. But maybe if you look it up and post in school, if you want me to take a look at it and tell me that you posted it in school, and I will take a look at it, what you said. And thank you, Fleshy. And David with a super chat saying your summers are great because of the your summers got great because of the button shirt. Oh, really? Okay. I still haven't gotten I still need to go shopping for smaller shirts. These are too loose. Guys, I work out a lot and these shirts hide the fact that I work out. It doesn't show that I'm working out. So I need to look at this. It doesn't fit me. It's just so loose. So I need to make it smaller. That's what I've been told. And then thank you, David. So I didn't know it actually has an influence on my summaries. Erickson with a super chat saying the answer was not an Israeli, it was JD Vance. Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed that. Oh, it was. Oh, okay. So JD Vance said that. Holy shit. Okay. What the fuck? Oh my God. Now let me actually bring it back up then. Okay, yes. Now I get the context. Let me bring it back up. So this is a quote from JD Vance. Let me bring it back up on my phone. Where is it? So the question was, which Israeli said, I go back and forth between thinking Trump is a cynical asshole like Nixon, who wouldn't be that bad, or that he's America's Hitler. Oh my God, that's a JD quote? Yeah, I know he said that he referred to Trump as Hitler. I didn't know that was his quote. So no Israeli said that. So now I get what you're pointing out. You're saying that because they're saying that Israelis are attacking. Okay, sorry, I didn't get your point, Erickson. So what Erickson is saying is that JD Vance recently came out and said too many Israelis are attacking President Trump. Too many Israelis from Bibi's cabinet in Israel are personally attacking President Trump. And that's a fucking lie. There's not a single one, even the people like Smotrich and Ben-Gvir haven't attacked President Trump personally. That's a fucking lie, right? And the person who has attacked President Trump personally is JD Vance himself. So there are people within Bibi's cabinet within Israel that have criticized the negotiations. They have criticized the MOU, but they haven't attacked President Trump personally. So JD Vance lied about that. And now Erickson is pointing out that it was JD Vance himself attacked President Trump personally, comparing him to Hitler. That's a good point. Sorry, I didn't realize what you're doing at the beginning, but that's a very good. Thank you for coming out and saying what. Yeah, thank you. That's a very good point. And BT, thank you so much for the super chat, saying Happy Father's Day to His Royal Highness Reza Pahlavi and all that's here. Well, thank you. That's so sweet. Be the fathers you wished you had and the fathers that your children need. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. Be the fathers you wish you had and the fathers your children need. That's so beautiful. That is so sweet. I like that. I like that. Flesh Interloper saying, is this the least worst solution to winning the midterms? Yeah, you could say that. Yeah. I mean, least worst means the best. And thank you. Happy Father's Day, everyone. All right, let's go see what this lady has to say. But and then I have some interesting videos from inside the Islamic Republic. I want to share those.
Energy and the attendant ability, banking, to facilitate that economic benefit that's going to go straight to the IRGC. And the IRGC, of course, wants that money immediately because of the success of Operation Epic Fury. What are they going to use that money for? They're going to rebuild their ballistic missile program. They're going to rebuild their air defenses. They're going to rebuild their drone. And we have not seen a change in their behavior at all. And so I think it is important that the American people do understand we did induce them to open the strait, or at least not, they're not even completely opening the strait. They're still requiring ships to consult the Iranian government. So it's not back to the way it was before the war.
Well, they can't reopen the straits because there's mines all over the straits that we have to demine first. We can't have a full flow of traffic until we get rid of those mines. I want to read this to you. This is a New York Post op-ed. And they write that Obama's treaty did not prevent Iran from developing a nuclear weapon. It simply punted the issue down the road in exchange for cash. That's true. Trump's agreement has the same vague promises, the same payouts, but with the added twist that Iran can and will take the world hostage by shutting the Strait of Hormuz at will. And it says it already has. Again, it says it's closed today. Of course, a U.S. Senior defense official says they can't close the strait because they don't own the strait. They don't control it. Is the strait open? Is the strait closed?
CENTCOM just replied to the Iranian military, in particular the IRGC Navy said that they would close the strait in response to the escalation in Lebanon due to the Hezbollah attacks against Israel and Israel's responses. So there's Iranian press releases claiming this. CENTCOM is saying for now, at the moment, they haven't seen that kind of escalation, that kind of response in the Persian Gulf, in the Strait of Hormuz. But that may well change. Again, these are folks who are playing four-dimensional chess against the U.S., against America's partners in the region, like Israel, like some of the Gulf Arab states, and they're looking to take advantage of our restraint and responsibility and care for global markets by escalating just to see if we can kind of pay to play. And that's why the editorial board op-ed that you read about this being similar but perhaps not the same to the JCPOA, it has that same phenomenon of pay to pay, pay to delay back in there.
The only thing is, the difference is that we wiped out their military, essentially, and we've put them in a situation where they're in a defensive mode.
It's a totally different baseline. So
Yeah.
one of the things I say right away is you can't compare what's going on now to the JCPOA because of Midnight Hammer and Epic Fury. The nuclear program has been destroyed. The question now, though, is has President Trump's leverage that he clearly amassed against the Iranians, are we going to steward that well to have a peace that's good and lasting on terms that benefit the American people?
Okay, let's see how these talks go. Apparently, they're underway right now. Ben, Rebecca, great to have you. Great to see you.
Thank you.
Be sure to like.
All right, so
Thank you, Prime Minister.
Wonderful.
let me show you some interesting videos, right? So from inside Iraq. So I showed you a video yesterday, but we have an update. Let me go here. Okay. So guys, do you guys want to see some interesting updates from inside Iran? Let me save all of these. Save. No, not that one. Okay, I got everything. Okay. First, let me show you something that I've already shown you before. But you need to see it again, just a few seconds of it before I show you the update on this, right? So you guys remember, who here remembers this guy? I showed it to you guys yesterday. I want to show you the level of control Ghalibaf seems to have, right? I want to show you the evidence of the tensions and the level of control Ghalibaf seems to have. Everything that shows both evidence from him having control and also evidence from people being angry with the level of control he has. Okay, So this part is very interesting to me. I don't know if it's interesting to you guys, but I love this part. Okay, so here's first a few seconds of this. This is a maddah, a religious vocalist, pro-regime, pro-supreme leader. He after the letter of Moshtaba Khamenei coming out saying that he was against the MOU that Pezeshkian signed. This is what he said, right?
آقای رئیس جمهور اگر شروطی که رهبری گفتن محقق نشه ما میدانیم و تیغ و حلقوم شما.
So that part was enough, just 8 seconds of it. He's saying, Mr. President, if the conditions of our supreme leader is not met in the negotiations, it's going to be us and a knife and your neck and your throat. No, throat, yes. So, Mr. President, basically Pezeshkian, if in the negotiations you do not abide by the conditions of our supreme leader, Moshtaba Khamenei, it will be between us, your throat, and a knife. That's what he's saying, right? So there's that. Let me mute this for a second. And now let's go to, this is a threat against the negotiations and against the president. Somebody, look what happened here. Now he's here saying, I've done fucked up. I fucked up, right? He's saying, I'm sorry. So let's listen to this part.
سلام علیکم قبول باشه عزاداریاتون انشالله. یک کلیپی پخش شده از ما بابت بحث تفاهم نامه بعد از بیانیه حضرت آقا تو جلسه خودمون بابت این حرفی که آقا زده بودن که نظر من فرق میکنه.
So he's saying there's a clip that came out of I've seen a clip of me is going viral. This is basically the same guy here. Okay, so now he's apologizing. He's saying I was talking about.
بحث تفاهم نامه بعد از بیانیه.
So he's saying I was talking about the MOU in that clip.
حضرت آقا تو جلسه خودمون بابت این حرفی که آقا زده بودن که نظر.
So it was about what our Lord, the Supreme Leader, said.
نظر من فرق میکنه.
So which basically showed that the Supreme Leader's opinion was different than what the MOU that was signed.
در حد روشنگری تو جلسه خودمون گفته شده بود.
Like I was just trying to enlighten people in our own ceremony. Like it was our own private gathering. Like he's basically saying that I didn't want this clip to get out. But now it's gotten out. Like this was just a private thing. Like it wasn't meant to come out and go viral like this. Like he's saying it wasn't a bad threat. It wasn't a threat. He's saying this was not supposed to be a threat. Like, so he's saying that when he said that President Pezeshkian is going to be us, your throat, and our knife, he's saying, I'm sorry, that was not a threat. Okay. I mean, it sounded like a threat to me, but he's saying, I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to threaten the president.
حرف من به BBC اینترنشنال که شنیدم این کلیپو کار کردن.
Like, but now I want to say something to BBC and Iran International that spread this video.
اگه حرفایی که ما زدیم و این کلیپ شما رو خوشحال کرده فکر میکنید صف متحد ما رو میتونید به هم بزنید.
He's saying if this clip that came out from what I said, if it made you happy, and if you think that it's going to divide us, if you think this is going to divide us, so you're wrong. Like, you could go fuck off. Like, this, like, he's saying that this clip that you're spreading off of me, that's not going to divide us. Like, you're not going to be successful in dividing us by spreading this video.
ما به زودی زود شما رو نابود خواهیم کرد.
Like, we will destroy all of you very, very soon.
ما پیروزیم انشالله.
We will be victorious, inshallah.
لطف امام زمان. یا علی.
Thanks to the kindness of the Mahdi, and Ali will help us. Okay, so he's saying that you guys spreading this video is not going to divide us. The video in which this pro-regime, pro-supreme leader person is telling the president that we will cut your fucking throat, that video itself does not show that these people are divided, okay? Like, you guys are so united. You're like, hey, yeah, we have a unity here, and we're not going to let you divide us by spreading this video. Like, you sound very united. You just threatened to behead the president. This is the unity that you have that we can't take away from you. Like, you sound very united. Okay. Like, we're so united, and you're not going to be able to take away from it. The guy, the pro-regime person here who just threatened the president with beheading, is telling us that we're going to not succeed in dividing them. I don't think we need to contribute in dividing you guys. You seem you seem divided enough. Okay, I don't think we need to put more effort into it. Okay, we're not causing harm to your unity. We're not causing your division. We're enjoying your division. Okay, yes, that's basically it. We're not the cause of your division. We're just watching and laughing. That's what we're doing. It's just fun to watch. Why even make an effort? You guys are doing a great job dividing yourself. Wait, we got some super chats. Let me respond to them. Hold on, So Fleshy Interloper, thank you so much. Saying point about Besson was he has gone quiet, no recent statements. Okay, interesting. You're Fleshy, thank you so much for keeping an eye on all of these things and updating us. I wonder why. Interesting. Okay. And maybe because they're gonna relax the pressures on the Islamic Republic and Besson doesn't want to come and admit that. Is that way? And then we got Ron. Ron, thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to our group. And then we have JG MVDS. Thank you so much for the super chat from Israel, saying report on Israel Channel 14 that Hezbollah is recruiting in Iran, offering IRGC officers almost 50% pay increase. Yeah. Okay, guys. We showed you this before Channel 14 of Israel. Let me bring that up. So Channel 14 is copying us. Because let me show you what we showed you before Channel 14 reported that. Not only, look at this. Guys, look at this. Not only we're ahead of Fox News and more informed than Fox compared to Fox News with regards to the sanctions, we're also ahead of Channel 14. And thank you so much for the super chat. Not only we gave you the news, we showed you the ads in the streets in Iran. Let me actually look at this. So these are inside the streets in Iran, in Tehran, and these are posters. Let me show you. You can see at the top, this is the Hezbollah sign, and this is the Hezbollah logo, and this is the IRGC logo at the top, right? So I will read it for you guys. I just want you to see that this is in Iran. Okay, this is in Iran. Oh, sorry about that. Let me now translate what's happening here. Okay, let's see what the ad says. So this is inside Iran, telling people to go to Lebanon, to come, recruiting people in Iran to go fight for Hezbollah. So let's see what you get. Let's see what you get. So it says سپاه پاسداران انقلاب اسلامی. So that just means IRGC. جذب نیرو برای خدمت در لبنان در حزب الله. So it says we're recruiting forces to serve in Lebanon inside Hezbollah. So this text over here is too small. I'm not going to be able to read that. But let's say this is شرایط عمومی وظایف اصلی. Okay, so this is the conditions that you need to have, and this is going to be your duty to go fight, right? It says آمادگی جسمانی و توان. What the hell is that? So you need to be healthy. You need to have you need to be able-bodied, no handicaps, basically. تعهد به چیه عمیق. Oh, you need تعهد مذهبی عمیق. You need to be deeply religious. So guys, look at it's interesting. Wow, guys, this is an IRGC ad inside Tehran for people to go join Hezbollah. Now you're going to see what the conditions are. First, you need to be able-bodied. Second, you need to be deeply religious. شجاعت انضباط و مسئولیت پذیری. Third, you need to be brave and organized and accept responsibility to join Hezbollah. Fourth, توانایی فرمانبرداری و کار تیمی. Okay, so you need to be able to follow orders and be a team worker. You need to be able to know how to work in a team. So these are the conditions, the 4 conditions. And then let's see what are the 3 response. So these are the 4 conditions and the 3 responsibilities. This is so pixely. گشت و huh? What is this? گشت و see, I don't know what the fuck is saying here. Anybody Iranians in the chat? This is so pixely. میدانی. Okay. گشت و سوالات میدانی. Okay, I think it's saying that you need to be able to hold checkpoints in the field. You need to be guarding. You need to be able to do guarding things in the field. If I'm getting this right. Oh. Guys, this is so pixely. Let me see if I could get a better. It's پیام بعد. Okay, so it's all پیام. I think this is something we do when it comes to sending and receiving messages. I'm not sure. It's really pixely. Omid, can you read this? This is so pixely. Oh, this last one is to report suspicious behavior. Okay, third one is suspicious behavior. First one is guarding things. Second one is really hard to read. I don't know what the hell is happening here. It's pixely. I'm sorry. Okay, so I know a lot of people are pointing at the 1,000. So let's go to the rewards. These are what you're going to get. If anybody could tell me what the second responsibility is, let me know. This one, I don't know. Right? So here's it. Your rewards is going to be, you're going to get $1,000 a month, which is really fucking high for inside Iran. Omid was pointing out that $1,000 a month is about 7 times more than the average monthly salary of an Iranian. Yeah, exactly. Sarah was like $1,000 a month. Yeah, guys, $1,000 a month in Iran goes a long way. Like that is, you could do so much with that. This is so much more than what the Lebanese military pays. So this is a lot of money. This, by the way, this is what the removal of blockade does. Okay, because the U.S. blockade is removed, now the Islamic Republic can pay $1,000 a month to people from Iran to be able to go join Hezbollah, which, given the current economic conditions in Iran, is going to be very fucking tempting to some poor people. $1,000 a month is a lot of money, and this is going to be very tempting. And this is what the blockade removal is going to mean, that the Islamic Republic is going to be able to afford that, unfortunately, right? So these people are going to go and kill Israelis. So this is the unfortunate part of the blockade removal, is many people are now going to go join Hezbollah and attack Israelis. So the money from the blockade removal is going to go directly towards funding forces against Israel, unfortunately. But I still understand why, it's important to not let the Democrats win. That would be even more worse. So that's the first thing over here. That's you get $1,000 a month. But on top of that, you're going to get this. You're going to get a place to live. So you don't have to pay for your own place to live in Lebanon. They're going to get you a place to live. They're going to give you your own food. So while you're there and fighting, they will feed you. And they're going to give you your equipment. So all the equipment that you need to fight, they will give it to you. Okay, so you don't need to buy your own equipment. And then also on top of that, you're going to get training. You're going to get official, say آموزش رسمی means official training. And this is saying, and فرصت ارتقا. So, and you're also going to have the opportunity to climb the ranks, get better, go up the ranks. Yeah. So yeah, beat that channel 14. Not only did we report this earlier, we went into details of what the ads in Iran is saying for joining Hezbollah. More detailed, more nuanced than anywhere else. This is why you come here. This is why you come here, guys. Does anybody bring you more nuanced details regarding this stuff compared to this channel? Does anybody like this level of detail? I mean, maybe too much detail, because sometimes people are like, yeah, this is like too detailed, and I'm gonna go, right? But anyways, I mean, I know you guys enjoy this. And see, interesting. Okay. Nobody, see, look at this. This is peak. All right. Well, I love you guys saying that. I love it. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy you guys saying that. It makes me feel useful. I like feeling useful. I enjoy that. Sarah gave us a super chat. Thank you so much, Sarah, saying, Armin, do one of your live streams under a red light like the vocalist. Oh my god, like this? Oh my god, for maximum effect. Maybe I should do that. P.S. Love you. I love you too. Happy fur baby Father's Day. Oh, Javid Shah. Oh, Javid Shah, back at you. Fine day, Ron. You know what? Yeah, you know what? I should celebrate Father's Day. I am, yeah, I should do that. Here. I wish I could. Yeah, never mind. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. And then we got Ron. Ron just gifted us a super chat with no comment, just wanting to support us. Well, thank you. Let me heart that. Thank you. And Ellie Shiva gave us a super chat saying, Ghalibaf walked out on talks in Switzerland. Really? Is that what happened? Did he? Ghalibaf. Ooh, guys, breaking news. Thank you for telling me. What the fuck? So, Iran's delegation left the venue of talks with the United States and Switzerland in protest over comments by President Donald Trump. Wow. Iran's Iran's guard linked Tasnim news agency reported on Sunday. So Tasnim is the news. We have to see if it's actually true. Tasnim is the source. Tasnim is IRGC linked. They might be exaggerating what happened. We have to see if it's true. Tasnim news agency reported on Sunday, citing a source familiar with the negotiation team. Okay, so we need to wait for other sources because Tasnim is the IRGC affiliated. We don't know. So is it in response? Are they saying it's a response to this comment by President Trump? So President Trump posted this just a few hours ago saying Iran must immediately stop their highly paid proxies in Lebanon from causing trouble. If they don't, we'll hit Iran very hard again, just like we did last week, only harder. President Donald J. Trump. Look at the audacity. These fuckers are saying, okay, now we're not going to talk because of that comment? Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. Yeah, no, Trump posted again? Or is that what you're referring to? Let me see if Trump posted again. No, that's it. That's the latest one. This one is the latest one from 3 hours. This was 3 hours ago. And now the talks are off because of that post. So fucking sensitive. There's another post. The other post is about Keir Starmer. Which one are you talking about? Okay. Texas, I need to give you access. Texas, can you email me and ask me for my Telegram? I'm gonna, because every time you send me a link, I have to send it to myself. But if you just send it to me on Telegram, it would be easier. But now I have it. Thank you, Texas. Let's see what just happened. Let's see what just happened. Ooh, guys, things are happening.
Yeah, hey guys, good morning. I just spoke with President Trump for more than 20 minutes, and he gave some new insight and reaction about the ongoing talks that are taking place in Switzerland and the threats coming from the Iranian regime. President Trump telling Fox News that the U.S. may take over the strait in the future if they have to and collect tolls. The president described this as the United States being the guardian angel of the Strait of Hormuz and the Middle East. And the president said ultimately that would involve the U.S. taking 20% of the oil that passes through the strait. Remember, this comes in reaction to the Iranians saying they will close the Strait of Hormuz in response to Israeli strikes against Hezbollah in Lebanon. President Trump tells Fox News he spoke with Iranian officials overnight and said, you close it and you won't have a country. He went on to tell these officials, you won't even make it back to your effing country. Yeah, hey guys, good morning. I just spoke.
Wait, what the hell? You won't even make it back? Did he? Wait, where is that post from Trump?
President Trump tells Fox News he spoke with Iranian officials overnight and said, you close it and you won't have a country. He went on to tell these officials, you won't even make it back to your effing country.
You won't even make it back to your own effing country? What? The president, hold on, this is crazy. Let's listen to this whole thing one more time. Oh, he himself told this to Fox? That is, like, did he just say that we're gonna kill you before you make it back to Iran? Kotak time? Yeah, exactly. Holy shit. That is epic. I like that. Okay, he told Trey directly on the phone. Wow, yeah, boss move. I like that. Here we go. We got angry Trump back. Hopefully it will lead to actually doing something. Maybe not. Maybe this is just going to be, but I still like it. Let's see.
Yeah, hey guys, good morning. I just spoke with President Trump for more than 20 minutes, and he gave some new insight and reaction about the ongoing talks that are taking place in Switzerland and the threats coming from the Iranian regime. President Trump telling Fox News that the U.S. may take over the strait in the future if they have to and collect tolls. The president described this as the United States being the guardian angel of the Strait of Hormuz and the Middle East. And the president said ultimately that would involve the U.S. taking 20% of the oil that passes through the strait. Remember, this comes in reaction to the Iranians saying they will close the Strait of Hormuz in response to Israeli strikes against Hezbollah in Lebanon. President Trump tells Fox News he spoke with Iranian officials overnight and said, you close it and you won't have a country. He went on to tell these officials, you won't even make it back to your effing country.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Guys, this is going to this is so fucking good. First of all, it's fucking funny. Wow. President Trump just threatened politicians with death before leaving Switzerland. This is wow. President Trump just threatened not military people, but politicians with death. Holy shit. You know, yeah, guys, grab your popcorns. This is amazing. This is going to escalate things inside Iran. This is going to make it very, very difficult to get whatever it was already difficult to get to a deal. This made it even more difficult. Imagine Ghalibaf now going back to the negotiating table, speaking to President Trump after he just told you that, yeah, I'm going to fucking kill you. Oh my God. Like I can't just imagine the internal politics within the Islamic Republic humiliating Ghalibaf if he wants to go back to the negotiating table. I could just see, you know, guys, you know what's actually even more funny about this? I'm going to give you the other side of this, because Ghalibaf was just threatened by President Trump, saying that we're not going to let you leave in Switzerland. We're going to fucking kill you. The interesting thing is that the state TV within the Islamic Republic is also threatening Ghalibaf, threatening them that we're not going to let you leave Iran. Look at this. So this is the state TV inside Iran. Look at what they're saying. So this is the other side of this that you're not going to get anywhere else. Watch this.
بستن تنگه در کنار بستن مهرآباد به نظرم باید توسط ایران دنبال بشه.
یعنی چی؟
یعنی اینکه ما اگر تنگ
So he's saying that we shouldn't just only close the Strait of Hormuz. We should close the airport as well. And the other person is saying, like, what are you talking about, closing the airport? Look at this.
اگر می‌بندی مهرآباد هم بسته باشه مسئولین نه.
So
برای مذاکره.
Look at this. He's saying,
اگر تنگر می‌بندی مهرآباد هم بسته باشه مسئولین نرن برای مذاکره.
So he's saying if we close the Strait of Hormuz, we should also close the airport so that our officials can't go to the negotiations. This is the state TV of the Islamic Republic saying that if we close the Strait of Hormuz because of what America and Israel is doing, we should also close the airport, stopping so that Ghalibaf can't go to the negotiations.
حتی ببین میگن آقای غالیباف برای این سطح رفته اشکال نداره، ولی وقتی که شما هیئت اقتصادی دارید و هیئت بزرگ دارید میبرید برای این موضوع، یعنی که حالا اگر این حل شد
So Sarah is saying they're using private jets in other airports, you dummy. Yeah, well, that's a good point, Sarah. But the fact that this guy on state TV of the Islamic Republic is saying that we should force our politicians so that they can't leave Iran to go and do negotiations. This is also very telling.
هیئت بزرگ دارید میبرید برای این موضوع، یعنی که حالا اگر این حل شد، من فرض میکنم آقا همین امروز حل شد، راجع به بقیه چیزا میخوایم حرف بزنیم دیگه. آقا اسرائیل بخواد جمع کنه از لبنان بره.
Yeah, so that is something. That is something. Yeah, Zoom meetings are a thing. They want to hold Ghalibaf hostage. So guys, like this Ghalibaf can't catch a break, right? Within President Trump is telling them I'm gonna fucking kill you, and then the Islamic regime is gonna tell him we're gonna hold you hostage so you can't talk to Trump. It's coming from all sides. I started saying I'm here for the Durka drama, baby. Yeah, I know, right? Wait, let me actually respond to some super chats. Okay. RG, thank you so much for the super chat saying, ask Haviv anything. Oh, I love that guy. Wants to contact you. Me? Wait, let me fix this thing. Ooh. Make sure this is showing. Really? Are you sure? Okay, well, give him my email. Here. What an honor. What an honor. Guys, if you go to my ex, you're gonna, this is, at Armin Navabi. Okay, you're gonna see my email at the, first of all, I follow him probably, so he could just message me on X. Let me see. Let me see if I follow him. Yes, I do follow. Oh my God, he follows me as well. Oh my God, he follows me. Wow, what an honor. Look at that, he follows me. Okay, so if he wants to invite me, well, I mean, he could talk to me then if he follows me. Just message me on X. He has never messaged me on X. So if he messages me on X, I'll respond. So yeah, guys, go tell him if he wants to talk to me, just tell him that, yeah, just message me and I will respond for sure. I will for sure respond. This is good. Yeah, he's smart. I liked him. I like him a lot. And yes. Thank you for telling me. I hope it's true. Oh my God, look at this. Thank you, Ron, saying, Armin, I reached out to Haviv's team and convinced them they need you on. They want to reach out. Okay, well, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the reaching out. I haven't received anything from them yet. I mean, my email is there, armin.navabi@gmail.com. So just let me know when. I'm ready. I mean, yeah, fantastic. Thank you. Thank you, guys, going around and telling people to have me on their shows. You guys are amazing. Thank you for that support. I do need it. Thank you. And then Amir give us a super sticker. Thank you. What was the super sticker? It's a coffee cup. Thank you. Wow, guys, look at this. The community that we built here is so supportive. You guys truly want the best for what we're doing here, for me and everything. You guys are, I'm so lucky. You guys, I don't know how to show how grateful I am to have you guys. Saying, bro, shorten the email address. The email address is my first name dot my last name @gmail.com. How could I shorten it? Oh, thank you, Ron. How could I shorten my email address? It's it's the easiest one to remember. First name dot last name @gmail.com. All right, let me actually show you this. Fine. You're saying fine. Okay. Okay, let me do this. Okay, so I think you guys saw this, but some of you saw it because I'm showing you the internal tensions within the Islamic Republic. But I want to show it to you guys again. And then, okay, I'll show you two videos that I showed because some of you didn't see it, but then a new video that I haven't shown you, right? So this is in Iran. It's Muharram time. It's basically, oh no, Hussein died 1400 years ago time. I'm so sad that Hussein died 1400 years ago. Okay. So that's the time. It's the time of the year that Durkas go outside and be like, oh no, so sad. Well, Hussein died, right? But the interesting thing is that now the IRGC has got, armed people out there within these religious ceremonies because they're afraid that the people here are going to do an uprising against the regime. Not because they're secular minded, but because they think the regime is capitulating to the Americans. So the regime, this is a sign that the regime is now afraid of the jihadi minded parts of the Islamic Republic as well, because a lot of them think that Ghalibaf, there's a coup d'etat. So a lot of pro-regime Iranians think that Ghalibaf is doing a coup d'etat against Mujtaba, and he's taken over. And Ghalibaf, Arakchi, and Pezeshkian are basically Zionist agents that have managed to put pressure on Mujtaba Khamenei and push him back and take control. They think that the Jews don't know how to fight, and they try to come and defeat you militarily, and because they are weak in the battlefield, they fail. This is what they think. But they come and do what they're good at, which is scheming. The Jews are going to become they're a bunch of schemers, and that's what they're good at. And they come and they take over your land and your country with their scheming ways. And they think, given that Israel failed to get America to topple the regime, now they're sending their agents, basically Ghalibaf, Arakchi, and Pezeshkian, to just use the methods that Jews are actually good at. And this is what's happening. This is their understanding of what's happening right now within the Islamic Republic. So these people are trying to. So the IRGC is now worried. Like Ghalibaf is sending these people out there to make sure that these people. Oh my God! These jihadi people do not rise up against the regime. So basically, this is a threat. This is a threat by the Islamic Republic against the more jihadi-minded retards within the country. So let's look at this. Anyways, you get the point. They're armed. You're being watched. Okay, don't you fucking dare come out and say, "Oh my God, the MOU is a betrayal of the supreme leader." Will fucking shoot you. So shut the fuck up. That's what this message is. That's why they have these armed people there, right? And so again, I'm going to show you this other video that I showed before, but some of you didn't see it. And then after that, I'll go to a new video from inside Iran. This is a member of IRGC Navy in southern Iran. Okay, so let's see what he's saying. So first of all, note that he has pixelated his own face. Okay, he's going to act so tough and so brave and so defiant to the people in Tehran from southern Iran, but he has pixelated his own face. All right, so that's already telling, right? So let's actually see what he says. So he's saying, in the name of God, right behind me is the Strait of Hormuz. So So he's saying this is the closest place to the, to the, to the part of the Strait of Hormuz that gets very narrow. Like we are still here standing guard in the heat in 55 degrees Celsius, wet, like, what is it called? It's not dry heat. Okay. It's like, what is the opposite of dry heat? Is it called wet heat? I don't know. What do you say when it's not dry heat versus humid heat? Okay. It's not dry heat. It's like, here, we're still here, even though it's 55 degrees Celsius and humid heat. Okay. The kind that you don't want. We're still here. And we're standing here with our blood, with our meat, with our skin. So basically with our bodies, like we're here to pay the price to stand here. And far away from our wives and our children, we're still here guarding the Strait of Hormuz. And we will never abandon this area. It's like we decide who gets to pass the Strait of Hormuz, not a bunch of suits in air-conditioned rooms in Tehran and Washington, D.C. Okay? Do you get that? He says, we here decide who passes the Strait of Hormuz, not a bunch of suits in air-conditioned rooms in Tehran and Washington, D.C. Okay? So who are the suits in Tehran? The suits that are in Tehran means Ghalibaf, Pezeshkian, and Arakchi. And the suits in Washington, D.C. is basically President Trump, J.D. Vance, Rubio. So he's putting them together. So he's speaking, he's saying this guy's IRGC Navy. So he's, based on his understanding, the IRGC and the regime and the IRGC and Mujtaba and the people in the streets are on one side, and Ghalibaf, Arakchi, Pezeshkian, and President Trump are on the other side. So Ghalibaf and Arakchi and Pezeshkian are not even on his side. They're with President Trump. You guys get it? So, and he's saying like they don't get to go into their meetings and in their negotiations. They don't have a say on whether or not the Strait of Hormuz is going to open. We here, who are paying the price in this heat, on the field, not a bunch of fucking politicians. They're not going to decide whether the Strait of Hormuz is going to be open. We army men, we people who are on the ground paying the price, we get to decide that. That's what he's saying. Does that make sense? Let me know if you're following this. Okay. It's like we are the ones who will say who gets to pass and who doesn't get to pass. And we will stay here until the last drop of our blood. He said, and as long as the IRGC and the Artesh is here, nobody is going to have the right to pass this. He said, we're not going to let the blood of the children of Minab, the Minab school, go to waste. The Minab school. It's like, He's saying people keep staying in the streets, stay in the. He's talking about the street protests in the cities, the anti-deal, pro-regime street protests. He's saying people stay in the streets. As long as you stay in the streets, we will not abandon here. If you don't abandon the streets, we will not abandon our position here.
خیالتون راحت باشه. والله که ما پشیمون نیستیم و والله که هیچ کدوممون به خاطری که اون محتاله الان 100 روزه اینجا وایسادیم.
So like I guarantee this, none of us regrets what is happening here. Like we're here to the end.
که هیچ کدوممون به خاطری که اون محتاله الان 100 روزه اینجا وایسادیم ناراحت نیستیم.
Like none of us are upset that we are stuck here or that we're here for the past 100 days. So apparently these people have been here working in the Strait of Hormuz in the heat for the past 100 days. And it's like none of us are unhappy. Like we're all fine with continuing to serve.
میگم که با گوشت و پوستمون و با خونمون و تا موقعی که تو رگمون خون هست ما اینجا وایسادیم و
So he's saying we will with our blood, with our meat, with our skin, we will still be here. And as long as blood is flowing, as long as blood is flowing through our veins, we will be here. Okay, what? Yeah.
با گوشت و پوستمون و با خونمون و تا موقعی که تو رگمون خون هست ما اینجا وایسادیم و از این خلیج و از کیان جمهوری اسلامی ایران به اذن حضرت زهرا.
And we will protect this Gulf. We will protect the Kian. What is Kian? Hold on. Kian, I just know it as a name. I don't know actually what it means. Kian. Nope, that doesn't make any sense. So we will defend the Persian Gulf. We will defend the Islamic Republic. And in the name of Zahra, the daughter of Muhammad, in the name of my supreme leader Mujtaba, we will defend this here very strongly. Like the traitors to our country know that we will stay here until we die. So by traitors, he's talking about Ghalibaf and Pezeshkian and Arakshi. Okay, so there's that. But now listen to this. Okay, this is pretty epic. Okay, I basically, guys, what I'm showing you shows the infighting, the Durka drama. This is Durka drama. Okay, do you guys like that? Is that good? Is that helpful? Is this educational? Are you becoming more aware of what's happening within the Islamic Republic? I think this is helpful, no? I think if I think you guys watching the stuff that I bring you makes you more informed than almost everyone about this topic. Yes, okay, people in the chat are saying yes. Okay, good. Kevin just gifted a membership to somebody in the chat. Thank you so much, Kevin. And BT gave us a super chat saying no good military, not good militarily. How do they? Oh, no, Jews. Okay, you're talking about not good militarily. How do they explain that every Arab nation who has attacked Israel militarily has failed? Well, they will say that because those Arabs are not Shia and God is punishing them and humiliating. Okay, so here's what I would say. If I was a batch of Shia, BT, let me actually tell you. Let me answer BT here. Guys, I can write these people's propaganda better than they ever can. Okay? I'm going to tell you, BT, what would be a good response to this. But my response is so good that these Shia, these Shia boys, they would have to take notes from me. Like, I'm going to give you such a good retarded Shia response to this that is so good that they would not come up with it themselves unless they're listening to me and they were like, holy fuck, this Armin knows how to do Shia propaganda. Okay, so they haven't said this, but this is what they should say if they were trying to come up with an excuse for this. Okay, this you want to okay. This is how you respond. The response is, I'm so fucking good at this. Oh my god, I'm so good at Shia propaganda. The response to this is that those fuckers were a bunch of pan-Arabists and a bunch of misguided Sunnis who have gone off Allah's path, and Allah decided to humiliate them by getting the weakest of all people in military to defeat them. Right? So pan-Arabists are obviously a bunch of secular socialist kafirs. So they lost against Israel because, that is not Islamic. The Sunnis constantly lost because that's not Islamic. And it was actually, BT, this is proof that Shia is the way. Because the only force that managed to push back against Israel was when the Islamic Republic, the holy sacred Islamic Republic of Iran, under the leadership of Ruhollah Khomeini, established Hezbollah against Israel, and that was the only enemy that Israel could not defeat. They defeated everyone else. Right? They defeated PLO. They defeated the pan-Arabists. Everybody. They defeated Hamas. Is only still around because the Islamic Republic supports it. Jamal Abdel Nasser was defeated. They're all crushed. The only enemy of Israel, the only resistance against Israel that managed to constantly resist and continue, and every time Israel tried to wipe them out, they came on top and survived this. And now they're still to this very day are a nightmare to the Israeli people every single day, is Hezbollah, which is Shia, because they're on the right path they're on God's path. Some bullshit like that. And every time Israel thinks that, I killed their leader, so this is done, they keep coming back stronger and stronger and stronger. This is what you would say. And look at this. Omid was saying, Armin, don't teach them. Where was this? Armin, please don't help them out. They are dumb as bricks. You give them ideas. No. I say this so that if they say it, then I could make fun of them for being so fucking predictable. Yeah, I basically wrote this bullshit for you before you even came up with it. So somebody's saying, but Hezbollah is getting hammered. That's what it seems like. But every time you think that this is what the pushback would be. Every time Israel thought that this is the end of Hezbollah, eventually they were exhausted and they had to stop, and Israel came back again and started bombing Israel. It's like they never die. You kill Nasrallah, you think it's the end of them. They keep throwing missiles at you. You kill most of their commanders, you think it's the end of them. They keep throwing missiles at you. In fact, Israel, here's what the narrative would be. In fact, Israel thought like, oh my God, I destroyed so many of their missiles. They're not going to be able to threaten me anymore. Hezbollah has now moved to drones. In fact, they're having a lot more success with their drones than their missiles. So you thought this is the end of Hezbollah's threats in northern Israel. Hezbollah is actually even a bigger threat to northern Israel compared to before, because now they have gone into that using cheap drone technology. That's what it was saying. Like, here's what the Shia would say to you. The reason why you think that we're being defeated is because you don't understand that killing us would not stop us. You think that we're not life lovers like you. We get the tree of our resistance is watered with the blood of our martyrs. The tree of our resistance is watered with the blood of our martyrs. So when you say you're pounding us, you think that makes us weaker, but it's actually the blood of our martyrs that makes this tree stronger and grow more. There you go. There you go. This is when Yazid, here's another line. Here's another line. When Yazid killed Hussein, he thought that was the end of Islam. He thought that he destroyed the Shia movement, because he said I wiped out their leader. I killed them. But it actually, the death of Hussein in Karbala was the foundation of this great power that came and is now dominating 1400 years after. It was Hussein's martyrdom that gave birth to all of this. And now the only force on this planet, the only people, the only state, the only governance that is pushing back against a global Zionist takeover is the Islamic regime, Islamic Republic inside Iran. Everybody else, the whole world has submitted to Zionism, to global Zionism. But there's only one force left that is pushing back against this evil, and that is in Iran. And that happened, this all happened because Hussein was martyred 1400 years ago in Karbala. So when Yazid killed Hussein, he also made this mistake, thinking that he defeated us, not knowing that this strengthens us. End scene. Oscar, please. Where's my Oscar? Okay, see? That's how you do death cult propaganda. That's how you do death cult propaganda. Bro, thank you guys, thank you. Okay. There you go, thank you. Oh, me just saying no Oscar, but I can give you a turban. Oh my god. Yes, okay. That's also, yeah, also Sketch is saying that's also how you keep the Durka fighting the suits. Exactly. But guys, the thing is that this, me putting, like, telling you what they would say, doesn't it help you understand what their fucking bullshit propaganda is? Like, me speaking, I think because I understand what they would say, what the most effective propaganda would say, when I tell that to you, this will help you understand your enemy and their way of thinking really well when I say that, right? I think it's it's not just entertaining. I think it's educational. It's more educational, actually. Ayatollah Navabi. The golden turban. Yes, that's what my prize would. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Okay, yes. Yeah, it is an unhinged mindset. Yeah. It's a death cult. MRC saying no revolution live today. No, Goldie's take a break today. So no revolution live, Iran revolution live today. No. But we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. Abigail saying more than restrain, they want us to they want US to abandon Israel. Yes. That's what they want. Abigail, you're very what the Islamic Republic right now is bragging about, what Ghalibaf is going to try to, I mean, I haven't seen him done this yet, but he would if he's smart. This is, again, Ghalibaf, you should take notes right now, because you have a lot of people within the Islamic Republic angry with you, thinking that you're the Zionists. You should be like, look, guys, I caused America and Israel to fight with each other. I'm causing Israel to lose its main supporter. You see, this is what Ghalibaf should say right now to regain some trust within Iran, because like a lot of these people are saying Ghalibaf is an agent of Zionists. So his marketing should be, guys, Israel is nothing without its master supporting it, without the United States. These Jews with their scheming way, the Jews are weak only with their YouTube. By the way, I'm not saying these things. I'm just telling you what these Jew haters would say, right? So Ghalibaf, the narrative should be like the understanding that they promote is that the Jews themselves cannot fight, and Jews basically eat like they eat empires. They take advantage of other people's powers because they are not there. They themselves are weak. So instead of exerting power themselves, they go and latch on to a giant power and empire, and they just feed off of it like a leash until you bring down that empire. And they claim that their claim is that most empires have fallen because of Jews, and now United States is also have this Jewish problem. And again, not my words. Again, YouTube, these other people's words, right? That's what they would say. And they're basically sucking the blood of United States to make themselves powerful, right? So this is the source of Israel's power. All come from United States. They are nothing without United States. So Ghalibaf should, if he wants to do propaganda properly, hey, I mean, I'm not saying that. You're like saying, what? I'm not saying that, guys. I'm speaking. I'm telling you what the jihadi Shia mindset would be. Like, I'm telling you, like, people are walking in and saying, like, Armin, what the fuck are you saying? These are not my words. Okay, I'm trying to tell you. I'm teaching you the propaganda of the Islamic Republic. Oh God. Okay, yes. Nechama is saying, Armin, the IRGC should be paying you as a consultant. Yes. Yeah, I'm just putting this out for free. Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay, and I'll get to the other super chats. Yeah, guys, chill, people. So Ghalibaf should be like, guys, Israel is nothing without the United States, and I am the reason why they're fighting. Look at what JD Vance is saying. I caused that. I'm causing the main backer of Israel to abandon Israel. If we ever want to take over Jerusalem, if we ever want to bring down Israel, like I am achieving with negotiations something that we couldn't achieve with war. With these negotiations, we're putting pressure on United States to abandon Israel. This is the best way for us to eventually destroy and take over Israel and take over Jerusalem, is by causing a division between Americans and Israelis. And these negotiations are achieving exactly that. Like, I'm going to be like, I found Ghalibaf, I'm like, guys, have you ever seen the vice president of the United States, with the permission of the president, come out and say such harsh words against Israel for the first time in the White House? Again, this is what Ghalibaf would say. We should say he's not saying that yet. But again, if he was smart, this is what he would say. He would say, guys, for the first time in the White House, they finally are admitting that Israelis are evil civilian killers, that they kill too many, that they attack, that they have no care for civilian life. In the White House, in the press room on the White House, JD Vance is attacking Israel. And the president of the United States is like saying that Netanyahu is insane, and he's basically flattening buildings for the sake of one militant. The president of the United States, for the first time in history, is coming out as admitting that these Israelis have no care for civilian life, and we did this. They told us that the Islamic Republic is weak, but we have put so much pressure on United States that the superpower of the world is now bending to our will and admitting for the first time from the mouth of a president, we the Islamic Republic have done something, that the president of the United States is saying that Israelis don't care for civilian lives. And I, Ghalibaf, did that. This would be 10 out of 10 best propaganda for Ghalibaf to try to save face within the Islamic Republic. Guys, again, if you're coming in here new, I'm not saying any of this myself. Like, if anybody's raging, gonna be like, Armin, what the fuck are you saying? Look at this. People are getting upset with me. But guys, I'm not saying any of this shit. I'm not saying of this. I'm saying if Ghalibaf wanted to get some of these people off his back, he would look at this. Somebody say this is BS. This, of course, it's BS. I'm telling you what the Islamic Republic propaganda would be. Jesus fucking Christ! Don't come at me. These are not my views. Okay, I'm just. Oh my God, I'm triggering people. Oh my God, Cheyenne is saying, don't let them clip you out of context. I mean, it would be funny if somebody did that. Yeah, Jesus. It's like, you're just digging in a deeper hole, Armin. None of these are my views. Oh, okay. That guy is anti-Pahlavi? Okay, fuck him then. Trigger away. Oh my God, breaking news. Armin switched side. Guys, you know what? If people are triggered, that must be like really effective, like propaganda. Maybe I am giving the regime ideas. Jesus Christ, I have to be careful. Ooh. Okay, so oh my God, I feel like I'm gonna respond to this in the Shia way and get more people triggered. So Freedom is saying we can't be both weak and furious, cold motherfuckers. So they would say you are cold, but you are weak. You want to harm civilians and kill people, innocents, but you can't. So use other people's powers to do so. That's what they would say. But guys, to be honest, who gives a fuck? Israel is obviously, the IDF has one of the most effective, like the most, when it comes to killing, okay, let me actually go back to being Armin. When it comes to killing terrorist motherfuckers, nobody is as effective as the IDF and Mossad. Nobody. Okay? The United States has the most powerful military in the world. Israel has the experience in the field, in the Middle East, and the best intelligence. And United States can do many things that the IDF can't, but the IDF can also do things that only the IDF can, because many things that militaries and intelligence agencies can do can't come with simulations and just training. If you understand how militaries work, there's a lot of what some militaries can do that could only be gained by experience, and nobody has the experience of the IDF, and that's why nobody in the world is as effective as a combination of the IDF and Mossad when it comes to killing terrorists. Yes, and Nechama is saying, thank you, we try. You're amazing, and the whole world owes you. Okay, so I had to come back to guys, I'm with you, okay? Don't I'm Israel Chai, okay? Okay, I'm back. Not doing okay, we're not gonna do the Shia shit anymore, okay? I think I'm losing some people. Okay. I'm Israel Chai. I'm Israel Chai. Okay, we're back. Okay, don't oh my God. Armin's right. Yes. Oh my God. Back in reality, yes. Okay, wait. We got 2 more super chats. Sayed, thank you so much for the super chat saying Armin the insider agent. Yes, you know what? If I wasn't doing YouTube, I could I would do very convincing Durka. I would be more Durka of them all. I would be the best person to send in. I would be based. If I was deep inside the Islamic Republic as a Mossad agent, I would be the person that would keep accusing other people of being Mossad agents very effectively. I would find the people who are the most loyal, and I would be very effective at showing that they're Mossad agents and getting them executed or eliminated or something like that. Guys, I'm almost 100% sure, close to 100% sure, that there are Mossad agents within the Islamic Republic that have managed to execute or assassinate people within the Islamic Republic that are loyal to the Islamic Republic with the accusation that they are Mossad agents. And then Rafi, thank you so much for the super chat, saying, it breaks my heart to see you turning. Oh no. No. It breaks my heart to see you turning on us like that. Just kidding, Javid Shah. Oh no, my even reading that, I know you were joking, but even reading that was so broke my heart. Oh no. Okay, guys, group hug. It's me. Okay, it's the same old me, guys. Okay, don't. Okay. I'm the same person. Okay, I'm the same guy. Okay. Oh my God, what? That was a joke, but for some reason it broke my heart. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Wow. All right. Yes. Yeah, guys. Oh my God. Yeah. People say Armin saw the ad for $1,000 a month, and now Armin after that $1,000 a month ad. Yes. Yeah. Forget the $7,000 per post. That ad was more convincing. And then we have Amir with the super chat saying, be careful not to be too convincing with the Durka advocacy. I think Mushtaba may take a liking to you. Oh no. Okay, you. Okay. Thank you, Amir. Gingo with the super. I think I'm too old for Mushtaba. Yeah, way too old. I love you too, Amir. Gingo with the super chat saying, we Jews maxed out our sneak stat. Yeah. Okay. Yes, exactly. Yes. You invested all in the skill tree in a video game, man. I still remember those. Even though I haven't played a video game for so long, but I still remember something. And then BT June with a super chat saying, if I was asleep inside of the if I was deep inside of the RGC, Armin, saying that, tempting brother, tempting Mushtaba to come out of a coma, no, stop, if I was deep inside of an RGC, BT, why are you doing this to me? Gross. Stop it. Oh my God. No. Oh, email sent? Okay, thank you, Texas. Oh, no. Yeah. Okay, let's go to here. This guy. This is a 2-minute video. Okay. So bear with me. This is going to be very helpful to understand the internal division within the Islamic Republic. This is going to be very helpful. So let's watch this. Oh my God! He put the Durka song at the background. So guys, I apologize for the Hussein Azadari Durka Jihadi song in the background. Okay, just bear with me while I translate this, and then I'll get back to your super chats.
آقای پزشکیان من یه سوال دارم چرا حرف ولی امر مسلمین جهان رو گوش نمی‌کنید؟
It said, Mr. Pezeshkian, I have a question for you. Why are you not listening to the commander of Muslims all around the world? Zart. Mushtaba is the commander of Muslims Muslims worldwide, apparently, according to these people, right?
چرا داری اتحاد این مردم رو به هم میزنی؟
Why are you destroying the unity of the people, پزشکیان؟
و یه عده سایبری بیشرف به ما میگن وحدت شکن.
And there are a bunch of bots, bunch of cybery people, bunch of bots online are calling us unity breakers. Like, we're not breaking unity, you are breaking unity. Like, you people who are supporting the negotiations and the MOU, you're breaking the country's unity, not us.
شماها دارید وحدت اسلام رو به هم میزنید.
You're destroying the unity in Islam. Motherfucker, Shias are not even the majority of the Muslims. What the fuck are you talking about? Unity in these people think that they're the entire Muslim world. These batch Shias, guys, let me tell you something, okay? So majority of Muslims are Sunni, and even within the Shias, more like half of the Shias don't even believe in their version of Shia Islam, the guardianship of the Jurist version of the Shia Islam, right? Most, it's like 50-50 or something like that. But they are half of a minority. What percentage of the Muslims in the world is Shia? Like 15%? Let's give them 20%. Let's give them 20%. 20% is Shia. And then in that 20%, half of them believe in, I don't know, the guardianship of the jurist bullshit. So that's like 10% of Muslims, let's just say 10%. And they're like, unity in Islam as a fucking whole, like, is being broken because of this shit. And then Mujtaba is the leader of all Muslims. Are you fucking kidding me? Bullshit. Yeah, Khomeinism, exactly. This is just represents Khomeinism. And not even Khomeini, even people who believe in Khomeinism, many of them don't believe in, they didn't even believe in Ali. And now they think all of them believe in Mujtaba. The people who consider Mujtaba as the leader of Muslims, it doesn't, I don't think it gets even to 2%, like barely 1% worldwide among Muslims. And this guy is like, oh, the leader of Muslims worldwide. Is Zart? Bullshit. And he's like, you're breaking the unity in Islam. In Islam. You Muslims were killing each other for the past 1400 years. You have been doing nothing but killing each other. It's not just Sunni versus Shia, it's Sunni versus Sunni and Shia versus Shia killing each other. You do the most consistent thing that you guys do is kill each other. And Pezeshkian is now breaking Islamic unity? Fucking bullshit.
دست اسلام رو به هم میزنید. حرف ولی امر مسلمین جهان رو گوش نمی‌کنید.
You're not listening to the commander of the worldwide Muslims.
آقای پزشکیان، شما تو کشور خودت مردمت پشتت بودن.
Yeah, Pezeshkian, in your own country, the people backed you. They were behind you.
سپاه یارید میکرد.
The IRGC was helping you.
همه یارید میکردن.
Everybody was helping you, Pezeshkian.
نتونستی مشکل اقتصاد رو حل کنی.
And you couldn't fix the economy. So he's saying, Pezeshkian, when you became the president, the people were helping you and IRGC was helping you, and you still couldn't fix the economy.
نتونستی تو این مدت مشکل گرونی رو حل کنی.
So you weren't able, in this time, you weren't able to fix the affordability situation.
تورم رو حل کنی. مشکل حجاب رو حل کنی.
You weren't able to fix the inflation problem and the hijab problem. The hijab problem. So that he's saying that Pezeshkian, even with the help of IRGC and the people who backed you, you couldn't fix the inflation problem and the hijab problem. You know what he means about the hijab problem? What is the hijab problem? The hijab problem is women not wearing the hijab. So he's saying the fact that women are walking around in Iran without hijab, it's your fault. Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. Oh, he's mad about the hijab problem. Yeah. So he's frustrated with this high prices and lack of affordability and the fact that women are walking around without hijab in Iran. And it's his position. You couldn't fix that. Yeah, somebody in the chat saying this guy's a Mossad agent. I mean, he's as effective as a Mossad agent. These guys are helping us.
چیکار تونستی بکنی بدتر شده از اونی که قبل اونی که بوده
Like you didn't do anything. You made situations worse.
حالا میخوای بری با یه کسی که خودش میگه میخوام ببلعمه میخوای مشکل ما رو با اون حل کنی توی که
And now you're going to somebody who is admitting that he wants to swallow us, meaning he's Trump, and you're trying to solve the problem with him. You see, you couldn't fix the problem internally, and you're going and talking to that person. You who couldn't fix the inflation problem. So he's saying cars that used to be cost 100 million tumans now cost 600 million tumans. That's what you did. You're going and trying to fix the problem with somebody who's trying to swallow you. So guys, this sounds sexual, but it's not sexual. Okay, like, so basically swallow you means take over you. Okay, I know it sounds kind of dirty, but that's not what he means. You want to go and fix this problem with somebody who wants to swallow you. Okay, this is it translates weird into English, but he basically means like take over completely. So basically it's saying Trump wants to take over your country, and you're going and trying to fix the problem with that guy. So he's saying again, why are you not listening to the commander of Islam, the commander of Muslims worldwide? Why are you laying his words on the ground, basically ignoring his words? Like he's saying, in the 12-day war, our supreme leader told you not to go, but you went. Talking to these people. He's saying now our supreme leader is telling you that you're on the false path. This is not the way. You should be getting reparations. You should be asking for the cost. That you should be demanding the Americans to pay for the damage that they have done in Iran. That's what you should be doing. Why are you not listening to him? Why are you not listening to our supreme leader? Whoa. Oh my God, guys, did you hear? He's crying. He's saying, why are you destroying the unity among Muslims? Guys, these people really think that the entire Islamic world is them. That's what they think. But listen to, you see him crying here? You can see his, look at this.
چرا وحدت رو دارید در بین مسلمانان خراب میکنید؟
چرا داری وحدت رو در بین مسلمانان خراب میکنی؟ So you see, do you hear the cry? So he was saying, why are you destroying the unity among Muslims? That's what he said. He was crying, right? Yeah, boo-hoo, exactly. He cried. He just cried a little. Let's listen to his cry a little bit more here. Just go back here. Oh my God, Dorka tears.
مسلمانان خراب میکنید.
خراب میکنی. Oh my God, somebody put a violin for him in the chat. Thank you. Yes. Oh my God, so sad, so sad.
بابا شما که میگفتید ما صبح در رهبری هستیم، صبح در رهبری میگه بمیر، میگه چاش.
Like you people who said that you're loyal to the supreme leader. Loyalty to the supreme leader means that if your supreme leader tells you to die, you say, yes, sir. Okay? You see that he did this? You're like, you people said that you're loyal to the supreme leader. Like like extreme loyalty to the supreme leader. Saying supreme loyalty to the supreme leader means that when the supreme leader tells you to die, you say, yes, sir. That's what it means. And look at this. Look at it, the way he does it.
زبده رهبری میگه بمیر میگه چاش
Yeah, خب برو بمیر. خب برو بمیر. Yes, exactly. So he's go die. Yeah, exactly. Texas troops saying we agree. Yes, please just go die. Go die. Okay.
میگه برو میگه چاش میگه خودتو بنداز تو جهنم میگه چاش.
So if look at him, he's crying. He's saying when the supreme leader says go, you go. When the supreme leader tells you to throw yourself in hellfire, you say yes, sir. When the supreme leader asks you to throw yourself into hellfire, what you do is you say yes, sir. And look, he's crying. Poor guy, he's crying.
میگه چاش میگه خودتو بنداز تو جهنم میگه چاش نه که هر کاری دوست دارید بکنید.
You shouldn't be doing whatever you want to do.
بابا وحدت شکنی رو شما دارید باب میکنید به والله.
Like I swear to God that you guys are making it trendy to destroy unity.
به کسی دارید اطمینان میکنید که دنیا داره میگه اینا خلافتون عمل میکنن.
He's like you're trusting the people that the whole world is telling you that they will backstab you, right? So he's saying you guys are trusting Trump, and the whole world is shouting at you that these people are backstabbers, that they will move against you, that they cannot be trusted, and you're trusting them.
داره میگه اینا خلافتون عمل میکنن.
Okay, so that was some Durka tears for you guys. Just thought you might find that interesting. Let me go through some super chats. Was that helpful? I think that was very educational. I think that makes us. I think that was helpful in trying to understand these people. They sustain me. Yes, that's good. It's so good. Okay. Freedom is saying you need a Durka alter ego with the turban. Yes, maybe I should. You know what? That would be a good idea. Maybe I should get a turban and like a robe and then just put that on and then speak up. Yeah. You know what? I should look into doing that. I could have a full turban and a robe and just basically tell you every time you ask me what would be the best Durka defense for this, I will just put it on. That's such a good idea. I do have a jihadi boy alter ego with like a green turban, but I want like a mullah. Maybe I should do a mullah one. Abigail, thank you so much for the super chat. By the way, you have such a beautiful name. Saying, do we have word from our immortal guards inside Iran? I'm sitting on a video that I don't know if it's legal for me to share. I'm getting legal advice. I've gotten some. I'm gonna just follow my ex. It might be a situation that I can't talk about it on YouTube. I am in touch with some people on the ground inside Iran that are asking me to help them do something, but I have to make sure that I'm protecting myself legally, right? And just follow me on X because I think it's safer to talk about this on X maybe than on YouTube. So I'm not going to go into more details from that. But I do have something that hasn't been shared anywhere else because I'm in touch with those people directly. And this is like new, completely new. So given that Iran Revolution Live is not going to be on today, maybe right after the stream, I'm going to start working on that. So follow me on X because maybe I'll post something soon. I'm gonna first have to post a few remaining Arm Us videos that I haven't finished yet that was sent to me from inside Iran with regards to that campaign, but then I have something else that is much bigger, but I have to make sure that I protect myself because I protect all our platforms as well. I want to make sure that I abide by the law and also by community guidelines. Oh, thank you, Texas. Just putting my X in the chat. Thank you. That's my X account. You could just, if you search for Armin Navabi, it would be the first thing that shows up. But yeah, we have some. I have some serious updates that I'm sitting on that only I have. They told me that I'm the only person that they're talking to, so I don't want to. I want to make sure that I do what they ask, but in a way that doesn't get me into legal trouble. And thank you for asking, by the way. Ehef, thank you so much for the super chat saying Armin's not the supreme leader. Oh, no. Armin is not the supreme leader's type. He aged past puberty. Yeah, I know. You know what? I know that's a joke, but it is also reality, unfortunately. I think that's actually true. Yeah. And thank you for the super chat. And then we got another super chat by Amusina. Amusina, thank you for the super chat. Saying the Islamic Republic will fall, Javid Shah, Payande Iran. And yes. And thank you for your support. And then we got Alex. Thank you, Alex, for the super chat. Saying, been watching you for a while. Thank you for support of common sense, Israel and Iran. Yes. And Javid Shah and Amizral Khai. And thank you for your support. Thank you for saying that. I really do appreciate that. And thank you, Texas, for thanking everybody that gives us super chat. That's really sweet that you do that. And then we got by the way, thank you, Alex, for being with us all this time. I'm happy to know that you guys like are finding the stuff that I'm saying here useful. It really does encourage me. And Carver with a super chat saying, is an ideal moment for uprising approaching? No. The Islamic Republic still has a lot of capability in crushing an uprising, unfortunately. They're still not to a point where if the Iranian people do a mass uprising right now, we could get like tens of thousands of we might see a massacre like we've seen in early January, so we're not there yet. And then the rest of the super chat says bombings have stopped, regime weakened, internal divisions growing, etc. Shouldn't Pahlavi and Israel be coordinating now to capitalize before the regime recovers? The thing is that the Islamic Republic still has full ability to point machine guns into crowds of people and just kill as many of people in crowds. The problem is that as long as the Iranian people are unarmed, you have to weaken the regime to a much, much greater degree to be able to make that possible. That's the situation we're in right now. And thank you for asking, by the way. And then we got another super chat from Lior saying, no offense to Goldie, but love Armin extended stream. Oh my God, we did go longer, didn't we? Yep. Oh, I was supposed to use the fact that we don't have Iran Revolution live to do some other stuff as well. And thank you, Leo, for the super chat. Okay, because I was supposed to get some other stuff done as well, and I didn't get that done. But I appreciate you. Yeah. So yeah, we will be back with Goldie on Iran Revolution Live, same time tomorrow. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And I'm glad that Goldie got some much needed rest. She does a lot and a lot. And I think tomorrow she's going to come back with a lot more energy. Almost 3-hour stream. Yeah, maybe I should go and do some of the work that I thought I could do now that we don't have Iran Revolution Live, and then come back. When is our next stream? Let me see. Guys, so make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification because we're going to have our discussion group coming up very soon, and we will be streaming it on Liberty Politics YouTube channel. So here, so if we go to the live section, so we have, this is my first live for today. and then we have 2 live streams coming up. Okay, so the next one is going to be in 1 hour from now, and then after that we're going to have another one 2.5 hours after that. So 1 hour from now we have another live stream, and 3.5 hours from now we have another live stream after that. So make sure you subscribe and everything, and I'll see you guys in about an hour. Oh, we got a super chat, so then we'll respond to that. Oh, 2 super chats. Make sure it's a black turban. I'm not a Sayyid though. Black turban. So guys, do you know the difference between mullahs who have black turbans and the ones that have white turbans? Black turbans are for Sayyids. Sayyid means that they are a descendant of Muhammad, but only through male descent. So my grandma is a Sayyidah, which means that she was a descendant of Muhammad. By the way, all of this is fake. None of it is real. But because it's my grandma, but not my grandpa, that means that I'm not a Sayyid. If my grandpa from my father's side was a Sayyid, that would make me a Sayyid. That means if I was a mullah, I should be putting a black turban on. But if you're not a Sayyid, you have to put a white turban on. Yes, Sayyid. Yes. Hey, Javi didn't know. Okay. This is good. This is good information. So yeah, you learn. Javi, did you learn that from me? That's good. So yeah, Sayyid just means a descendant of Muhammad through male ancestors. Only through male ancestors. So if it's a female, like if your mother, so for example, if your mother's father is a Sayyid, that means your mother is a Sayyidah, and that means you're nothing. Like, because if your father is a Sayyid, then you also will be a Sayyid. But if your mother is a Sayyidah, then nothing gets transferred to you, and you're going to be not a Sayyid. Okay, so because my grandma my grandma being a Sayyidah means that her father was a Sayyid, but that means that my father became nothing, and that means that I'm not a Sayyid. That means if I was a mullah, I would have to put a white turban on and not a black one. Oh, okay. So Joe is saying, no, I knew about your ancestry. Oh, the whole ancestry of who's a Sayyid and who's a Sayyidah is completely made up during the Safavid dynasty in Iran. They just made it up. It's just all bullshit. It's based on nothing. Yeah, exactly. So I was saying as if they traced it back all the way to Muhammad. No, they didn't. It's all just bullshit. Oh, thank you, Javid. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's fake news. So I can pretend to be a Sayyid. Should I get a white turban or a black turban? It would be more honest if I get a white turban. But it looks okay. So it would be cooler to get a black turban, but it would be more accurate if I get a white turban. So which one should I go with? Sherry, thank you so much for the super chat, saying you need a break too, Armin. I don't know how to take a break. Somebody needs to teach me. Okay. I don't know how to do that. That's a skill that I do not have. Seriously, I don't. Even when I want to do entertainment, I try to see, like, okay, what kind of entertainment would be educational at the same time, right? So, what kind of skills I'm getting from this entertainment, right? So, for example, if I'm watching the Daily Dose of Internet, like, which I like as a form of entertainment, I'm like, this is good because I don't want to be out of touch with society, right? So I'm watching this to see what other people are finding funny these days, because if I go in too deep into politics, then I'm going to be out of touch with society. So I'm watching this and I'm enjoying it, but at the same time, it's important to be aware of other things that are happening. So Texas Strip is saying, get off the stream and go take a break, Armin. So let me tell you, Texas. Let me tell you exactly. So there's an end stream button right there. Okay. look at this. As soon as I click that, so this Bluetooth headset is connected to my PC. I have another Bluetooth headset that is connected to my computer. So as soon as I hit that, I'm going to take this headset out, pick up that headset, which is going to connect me to my computer, and I'm going to immediately go to the washroom. And while I'm going there, while I'm walking towards the washroom, I'm going to go to the news, so that while I'm there, I'm not wasting my time sitting there without getting the news updates, you know? So I would be like, I would find it devastating if I get there and the news is not playing in my ear. I would think like I'm wasting seconds sitting there. So I have to make sure that the news is playing in my ear before I go there. So I know that I'm doing two things at the same time when I get there. That's okay. So, and after that, I'm going to go downstairs and start eating. And, so here's an interesting thing. When I start eating, I'm going to switch from a news that it has so much details to another type of news that has less details, so I could enjoy my food. Because if I'm listening to a news that requires a lot of attention, then I'm not going to enjoy my food. So I have a type of news that is more easily consumable, so I get to actually taste my food. So I have one news from when I'm not eating and another type of news from when I'm eating. Yeah, I have a problem. Okay. And then Debbie, thank you so much for the super chat saying, I also messaged Mario Nafal on this. Well, thank you, you guys. Thank you. Yeah, make sure that you show them how to contact me as well. So maybe they could reach out to me. Let me see actually what I'm talking about. Wait, I don't even. Nafal. Oh yeah, this guy. Okay. All right. Well, I don't think he's going to reach out to me. He's too big. And Sammy, thank you so much for the super chat saying the black turban was promised 3,000 years ago. Okay. Yes. 1,400 years ago. 3,000 is for Islam is not that old. 1,400 years ago. And thank you for the super chat. All right. I don't like Mario. Yeah, I'll talk to anybody. I have debated mullahs. You guys have you guys seen my debates with mullahs? Let me show you something before I go. Let me see. Okay, let me see if I could find a good debate. Give me a second. This should be worth it. Oh yeah, look at this. سلام به همگی، من آرمین نوابی هستم. ما الان رو کانال یوتیوب جمهوری بی خدایان لایو هستیم، روی دیسکورد جمهوری. Do you guys hear this? Are you hearing this? This is a year ago. I debated this guy. I mean, I have more debates. بی خدایان هم لایو هستیم، رو کلاب هاوس جمهوری بی خدایان هم لایو هستیم. قرار بود روی کانال یوتیوب آخوندانه هم لایو باشیم که نیستیم. I have multiple different debates with multiple mullahs. ولی بعداً اونجا آپلود میشه. اینم لینک کانال. So this goes on for فلسطینی باشن چه بخوام فلسطینی باشن. بستگی به معنی. So you can see his turban is white. So that means he's not a Sayyid. سوالتون داره. اگه منظور. Anyway, so this was like, I have a lot of experience debating mullahs. This is how I know my stuff, because I debate these people. Like I have a lot of, and it's not just mullahs. Wait, you want to hear him? Here.
در فلسطین هستن. اینا با هم تعارض منافع پیدا کردن. فلسطین میگه اینجا کشور منه، اسرائیل میگه اینجا کشور منه. شما به عنوان آدمی که برای همه مردم رو کره زمین.
Wow, guys, we're debating Israel. He's saying like we're debating Israel here. Anyways.
ارزش قائل هستید.
All right, but it's not just Mullah Dorka people, okay? It's like Basiji boys as well, like these type of people. I've experienced debating like that, these types of people who are Basiji boys as well. So I have years of doing this, years of debate experience here.
یعنی چه؟ واجب الوجود یعنی چه؟ ما اصلا اینا رو تعریف بکنیم. حالا شما گفتید خیلی خلاصه بگو دیگه، من این تعریفا رو نباید میگفتم. حالا می‌خوایم قرآن رو.
Anyways, just wanted to show you guys the reason why I know my stuff is because for years I've been doing this for years, talking to these people. Okay, that's how I know my stuff. Oh, what that was 2 years ago. So the first one that I showed you was a year ago. The second one that I showed you was 2 years ago. All right, guys, I'm gonna go and see. I can't quit. Like I wanna go, but I wanna also stay with you guys. This is I'm addicted to you guys. You know that? I'm addicted to you guys. I want to go do other things, but it's hard because I want to stay here. Anyways, we're gonna be back here in 54 minutes. You know, guys, when I go, I actually can't wait to come back and talk to you guys. And we're gonna be back here in 54 minutes. So make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification and all that stuff. This is actually my rest. Okay, when I leave, I'm gonna start working. This is my rest. Okay. Okay. See you guys. And oh yeah. I'm Israel Chai, Slava Ukraine, Cuba Libre, Long Live America, Javicha, Payande, Iran. See you guys soon.